did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect?
Welcome to the east side. We don't wait for doors of opportunity, we just wait on when we gotta kick them in. Decatur, Georgia, or a den of thieves. Hidden leads just to feed the village. Hidden leads make them feel like ninjas. Niggas always keep the metal tucked till you run up, get your face cut. Got your brookins on the back end. Though too many niggas trapped, they be stuck in genjutsu. They see the world from a different view. Shadow clones cause they silhouettes. Hard to point out when they robbing you. You never know what be inside of you. You never know who you be talking to. Till it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Black as shadows in the nighttime. They don't wait on nothing but the right time. Here it come around the corner. Shots fired, that's a nigga down. Sad, but this is normal around this town. I've been crying for my niggas found. I've been praying for my niggas down. Always looking for some progress. Try a nigga, he gon' regress. Locked and loaded, that nigga ready. Turn your brains into red spaghetti. I be looking for God here. Hopefully see that I'm trying here. Save my niggas cause they really lost. Talk to my niggas before you write them off.
They say, Vic, don't you move on that side, boy. Both the crime rate and junkies stay high, boy. Scary niggas, they ain't see my vision and they see it, they want on the convoy. Stop by the corner store, know that it's kissing. Then let them watch windows, punk gas for a bag of chill shot with the water. But no, they got size, I don't need no patchouli. I just want water. Start bitch with my brothers like Pops and Earl. We gon' turn Keller Road right into a Melrose. I might turn Wesley Cap to a motherfucking church. They got them my people and teach them their worth. I don't need no appraiser, I'm knowing the worth of my property. They just owns out the cap, always a lot in the world, and I'm owning it all. That construction on this side, I'm taking my time. Now it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Up as fuck, no I'm writing rhymes. Late night, not an early morning, like an alchemist, I'm turning into something. Shots fired, that's a nigga down. Sad, but it's normal around this town. Cause I'm calling, say you beat the charge. He can't wait to come back around. Other cousin calling, y'all stout. Say he heard prices went back up. I confirm they gassed up. Told him chill, though, cause we next up. People be looking for God here. My job is to teach them look in themselves. Say my niggas cause they really lost. Spitting for the ones they breaking off.
Who did you expect?
Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the Super Bowl.
Niggas so thirsty, they put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I be. Can trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. I'm naming the album to fall off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when they shit ain't connected no more. Feel like I got a job in IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them attending your wake. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, and shit like a prison escape. Everybody steppers with fucking and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear out my plate. When I show up, it's motion picture, blockbuster. The goat with the golden pen, the top toucher, the spot rusher. Spray this whole shit up, the crop duster. Not Russia, but apply pressure to your cranium. Codes automatic when aiming with the boy in the status of stadium.
Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send they verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a kid that had been from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole. Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl.
She had seen me close to me, the universe was alive. She let me dead into my eyes, she knew that I was alive. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I can't lie, no.
She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah, I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah. She like the vibe and see the orange switch up. I walk into the room and it's so bright now. Plant a seed and go and watch it grow. Water it and treat it what it's worth now. Pops told me I need to have some confidence. Always been a soldier, not a hoe now. Dance around how you really feel. It's a kickback, not a hold down.
Kick back, relax, you know, that's how we vibe. So I got patience for things that ain't worth people's time. Miley Cyrus, happy aura like white diamonds. I put my light in the shadow realm because I'm shining. Blind and these demons call that an eye for an eye. Cause you thought you had me cornered, but I got perfect alignment. Yellow hair, gold stone, purple in my ice cream cone. Red rose what I be on when it's my mother zone. How you feel? Blues make you chill. How you feel? Red velvet make you heal. How you feel? Green get you bills. Back on chill life, old flats on them wheels, tryna make it to the Beverly's west side of them hills. Well, catch me riding, cause we about to go and slide. And you think I'm classy, cause first rate is what we be flying in. That's just how we vibe, man, we vibing.
She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah, I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah.
Even with COVID, I plan on staying on my purpose. Can't be detracted from my path. I'm married to the game, whether through sickness or in health. Till death do us part. I keep my head high, my eyes dry, money in my pocket. Keep my eyes on the prize, laser focused on my purpose. Yeah, I know I had a time lapse. Dropped the tape some months ago. Questions about where I've been. People say they seeing ghosts. Always with this such and such. Talking to y'all so-and-sos. I pop out in a phantom for you. Show some signs of money growth. Used to see me in a hoodie. Still in a hoodie, bruh. I would wear a suit, but my hoodie hide my toolie better. Move with extra caution on the comeback so my come up better. Learn how to invest in check. 50 shares in family business. Learn to build my last name. My family need a legacy. Pops held the fort down. That's the man I'm trying to be. Keep it on 100, baby. Don't you try to lie to me. It take more than your good looks. I'm rising high society. She want the status and the money. It's all part of propriety. She get accustomed to a lifestyle and A-list ideology. This hasn't happened yet, but I know where I'm going. I know I'll be successful. I don't have much of an option. I gotta get there. This is the greatest comeback since Billie Jean King. It's the battle of the best, but everybody average to me. I can get a late start, quarantine and lose my mind, and I still find a way to outshine and outrhyme you niggas. I don't understand you niggas, always walking around like you got big nuts to itch, but you be fudging the figures. I guess it figures. Bravado only get you so far until real life start to show you who you really are. I hope you had fun in daddy's clothes when daddy was gone, but now daddy back in town so you can go and get gone. Go outside with the other kids where you belong before you get smacked up inside of my home.
What do you expect?
Why that girl on her phone, G? Never paid attention to the room or the homie. She just missed another opportunity, And I know that she lonely with no company, She's so busy reading text, she ain't even read the room, yeah. Always sending texts like I just want myself a little boo, yeah. I think I just went stupid, hit by Cupid. The arrow hit my heart, I hope she noticed, gotta read the room, yeah.
Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room. Trying to talk to you is honestly so fucking strange. Trying to find a way to drove my brain to be deranged. I would've never thought I'd have this kind of issue. I couldn't connect with you inside of the same room. I know you feel me, at least I think you do. It's hard to tell, I cannot read the room. You seem to be unfazed, that's what you supposed to do. You seem so confused, baby, why won't you learn to read the room? I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room.
I'll show you how to read the room, baby. Say you faded off that drink, I hit the road and zoom, baby. Project nigga section 8, I never had a spoon, baby. She says it's rated, this movie coming soon, baby. No, I ain't worried about your boyfriend, he ain't like that. See me, it's on sight about that pussy, he gon' fight back. He gon' risk his life, I beat him up like go down my path. But your bitch want me, so it ain't my fault that you tried that. Oh yeah.
Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room.
Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Boy, I ain't playing no games. No, boy, I ain't playing no games. Yeah, don't nobody know about the late night, early mornings with no sleep. Don't nobody know about the low time we ain't really had nothing to eat. Don't nobody know about the time we had to ride around without thing on E. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know about the grind that it took. Don't nobody know how many times we put ourselves out there and got overlooked. Don't nobody know our pockets was low. Don't nobody know they think what they know. Don't nobody got love for a man, especially when a man hitting it low. Everybody got words of wisdom. Who putting in the work though? Everybody wanna get a trophy, but you ain't make it to the ship though. Better stick to your sailboat. I know you love to ride the wave. I see you really love to follow. Trendsetters over here though. Whoa, everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game till you get played. 2K, pat me the pressure, I handle the rock. Stay on the ground till I shoot to the top. Harder than lava, I fire the op. Stay back and shoot, my heart is just hard. I don't miss nothing, my shot can't get blocked. Bust in your face like I'm Curry on God. My mentality win at all costs. Snakes in the grad, had to cut a few off. Keep my head low, my focus is people. The confidence is key, don't let haters get to you. Critics always wanna say something negative. I can't mind them, I know that I'm better than them. I just know I got that grind for my team. Take the title home and be MVP. Once I do, I'ma show on the king. Finger to the left, so quiet my demons. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game till you get played, yeah.
Yep. What is it? Afternoon? It's afternoon. Good afternoon, early evening. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's in good spirits. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel extremely rejuvenated. It's kind of a weird feeling. Normally, well, before I even get into that, let me mind my manners before I even start the stream. I best to be respectful and show some love to the sponsor of the last show, Mr. Villain himself, J Hub. Okay, shout out to J Hub for being the sponsor of the last show, living true to his villain arc. Okay. So once again, shouts out to my guy J Hub. Every space needs a good villain. Okay, let's just acknowledge it. Every space needs a good balance of the yin and the yang. All right, so shout out to J Hub. But I have to say this: I've been off of YouTube the last couple of days. I ain't even really been dialed in, and I thought like there'd be like I usually feel if you guys ever stream. I'm not uncomfortable, but I usually feel like a slight alert right before I'm about to stream, right before I press let's play. It's like, let's go, get into mode, right? But I'm super relaxed today for some strange reason. I really can't identify it. It's just like a really strange relaxation that I'm feeling. Maybe because whatever is happening in real life, like I'm in like a decent space or a good space, you know, depending on who you are. And it does not translate to YouTube for me, really. Like whatever nonsense we got going on in the space, it really don't be hitting me like that because I don't be a part of it. I just don't be a part of it. That might be it. So I've probably been missing everybody's shows. Staying busy is a very important thing, okay? It's a very important thing, okay? So that's what I do. I keep the main thing for obvious reasons is what I tell y'all. What y'all need to do is what I do so I can come back refreshed, all right? And shout out to Fatty. Fatty I'm sorry, you know, I wanted to be at that stream, so I would try to be at the next one if we can make it happen. But shout out to Fatty. The debates is doing his thing right now. So and the best part about him is that he never give you the goods in the beginning. He always slow grind. He like, yeah, I got something special for y'all down the line. So shout out to him. Shout out to the debate. But I'm feeling real good. I don't know what it is. So we going to get into it. What I got on the agenda today. Last show we did 39 and starting over. We did 39 and starting over. Today we are doing, I think, 38 and still living with my parents. I just want to touch in on that for a moment. Get the insight of people. I don't know if he lives in the basement. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if he live in the basement, but I want to just hear his thoughts and reasoning of his current situation. And then we're going to get into Miss Jazzmen Black, who I have no idea who she is, but she ran across my feed and, well, you know, she's a content creator. We create content and we open up the discussion. So I want to dive into that. So that's what we're going to do today. All right. So, yeah, that'll be fun, actually. Yeah, that'll be fun. And shout out to HQ. HQ says, salute, just left a panel that only wanted to hear their own views. That is the danger of this space and black folks' innate arrogance. I really didn't see it. I really don't see this space that way. I kind of look at it as like we're very opinionated. We have strong thoughts and we try to defend them. But in my opinion, what I've seen is the people in our space, if presented with enough evidence, and I mean the content creators or consistent panelists, right? For the good amount of them, the ones that you at least like or have some respect for, when presented with information, they tend to say, all right, you're right. Oh, that makes sense. You got it. And they kind of shift off a little bit if the proper information is presented. So this whole hear their own views, I agree with, but do they stick to it and present it with alternative perspective or something that supersedes what their beliefs was prior? I don't know if that's the case. I see a lot of people say, yeah, okay, I can see that, but I do think people just want to hear themselves talk. I don't disagree with that. But the views be shaky anyway. People be going from week to week, month to month. They be shifting. So you won't have that problem over here, HQ. You know, you always welcome here. You're going to get that work. It's unfortunate. That's the experience that people get over here. But you're going to always have a voice. You're going to always be able to tell your side. I'm going to listen. And I think we'll come to reasonable conclusions of people that have a balance of emotions and a balance of logic. So I don't know which panel you just left, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm responding to what happened on that panel because I don't know. But you be going around, panels, so you like to mess with people sometimes too. So you might have caused that arrogance because you might have gave them the feeling they had no choice but to fight back. HD, what up? HD in the building says salute. I thought y'all would be asleep on this Saturday afternoon. I guess y'all don't get much sleep. Is it summertime? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Is it summertime? I don't know. Let me look it up. It's summertime? Is it summer yet? Let's see. Oh, yeah, it is summer. That's crazy. We don't really get conventional summers out here, so don't make it seem some type of way. We don't. Our summer comes like late, a little bit in September, then October. We get like weird summers out here in the Bay, in particular, like San Francisco, Oakland area, things like that. So the summer don't hit me the same as it hit y'all. If y'all in the South, if I got any Cowboys fans in here, I found out somebody was a Niners fan the other day. I'm not a Niner hater, but it's going to be a long season for them. Shout out to the Eagles. It's looking real good. So we just got to get through camp and get through this season. It's going to be a good one. All right. Now, before we even get into the show, all right, I have some thoughts about things I wanted to approach, but we're not going to approach that just yet. I want to talk about tattoos. And first of all, I want to ask y'all, do y'all have any tattoos? Because if you have tattoos, I'm just interested in knowing, do you have a lot of them? One of them, sentimental ones? Do y'all have, because I am a scaredy cat, not scary cat, a scaredy cat. I don't have no tattoos because I don't think I could persevere through the pain, my friend. No. Truth, what up? I don't think I could get through. Because the tattoo I want look like an AI person designed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it costs like $1 million. It has to look like totally real. Otherwise, I wouldn't want it. You ever seen somebody get those whack $100 tattoos and they spend their last fuse on that tattoo and you like, you're going to have to get that covered up, buddy. Yeah, so I never ever could get into it. I was too scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a scaredy cat. I am a scaredy cat. But I like tattoos on other people. They look nice. As long as it complements your tone, okay? And then y'all take it how y'all want to take it. So I like tattoos on other people. I don't want them on me. But I have thoughts. When you turn 75, that sleeve gonna be looking right. It's gonna be hanging off your arms. You know how I don't know. So I never wanted to make a permanent decision, knowing that I'm still evolving, learning, adjusting, changing my mind, new information, week after week, month after month, year over year. And I didn't want to make those permanent decisions. So that's why I stayed away from tattoos. But I do like them. So if you have them, this is not a knock against you. I will not turn down any lovely women who decides to get the GBG tattoo. All right. I'm not going to turn. Well, what I'm saying is, if you have tattoos, it's totally fine. Just preferably not on your face. Not on your face. Not on no. What's that girl name with the what's her name? What's her name? Krishan. Not no Krishan. No Krishan. We don't need none of that. Who else got? I don't want no tattoo on your neck really either. That's a little awkward for me, especially if you got like a face on your neck. I don't want that. No. You can have like writing, symbols or something that represents something to you. Cool tattoos on your leg, maybe somewhere on your back. I don't know where, somewhere, but on your face and your neck. I'm just saying, stay away from that. I don't think it's a good idea. But what I learned today was this. If you ever decide to change your mind, you actually can get them removed. Now, I knew you could do it. I heard about it. But have y'all ever actually done it? Have any of y'all got your tattoos removed? Now, I saw some people remove it. It don't look good. It looked like it was a tattoo there. It may not be as visual as the prior existence of it, but it looked like, hey, buddy, tattoo was there. We can see we see it. So I saw this young lady, and she was getting her tattoos removed. Now, she does have a tattoo on her neck. I have no idea who she was, but she has a blue check mark. I don't know what that means these days, but she wanted to take us through the experience of getting these tattoos removed. Y'all want to tell me, did y'all think it was really easy? Have y'all ever had a conversation with somebody and they're like, oh yeah, tattoos, they don't hurt at all. Yeah, it's nothing. I just sit there for a couple hours. And I look at them with disgust. How can you not feel no pain? Are you human? Are you human? You got to feel a little bit of pain, a little bit of angst. Like, come on now. And they just say, no, I drink a little bit of the yak. I'm joking. I have no idea what kind of alcohol they actually drink. And then they go and get these tattoos. I ain't mad at that, but I ain't going to do it. If y'all got tattoos, I ain't mad at you. But let's let her take us through the tattoo removal process. All right, you ready? Let's go.
I'm actually getting my tattoos removed today, so let's go.
With Willie, he's gonna be doing my tattoo removal. If you smoke or vape, it's gonna take longer.
So before they start, they take pictures of every single tattoo, clean them off, and they also ice each tattoo down before they start.
3, 2.
Ooh.
What? Oh wow.
Ooh wee. You see that first reaction? Her body, like, can you do that? Can your face flinch? Can your face flinch? I know your body can flinch, like, like, ooh, watch out. But can your face flinch without moving? Is that what they do when they get the skin stuff out? I don't know. It looks painful to me. Now, the whole cover your eyes thing tells me that it's some dangers involved, but she got tattoos everywhere. Neck, face, arm, leg. Like, she got them everywhere. And she looks relatively young to me. So I don't know how old she is. She looks like 24, 25. I don't know. And she is changing her mind. I changed my mind. See what happened when you change your mind? It's a painful experience. I wonder what those little glasses that she wearing, what those called. Are they called special glasses? I don't know. But either way, I don't want this type of pain in my life. And I will admit this. Women have proven that they tougher than me on plenty of occasions. So all you guys not allowing and understanding women have evolved, they coming into their strong girl era, y'all don't understand. There's some things where women will show you they tougher than you very quickly, okay? Very quickly.
That's it. You got a little bit of ice?
Yes, please.
You want that ice?
You weren't able to see it from my face one, but in the opposite hand, they have another.
Oh, you heard it. Look, you want a little bit of ice? Yes, please. You know that. You know she ain't said please in her entire life. She was like, can I have that? Can I get that? Thank you. She ain't never said please in her life. Yes, please. Can I get some ice? Man. Whew, my skin is actually jumping a little bit, man. Why would you do this to yourself? But the cool part about hers is her tattoos don't seem like super big. Like she has like really small ones outside of that neck tattoo. She got like little small ones, butterfly, like here, there. So I think she's gonna be okay, but she might not never want to do this again.
Machine blowing cold air as you're getting lasered.
My poor little alien dude.
Removery has over 150 locations. I'm getting 11 tattoos removed. I only did 8 today though.
See, look, I'm staying to it. Ooh. Look, kids, you just gotta, I don't know.
Look it out.
Thug it out.
And that's to remove all those tattoos, no matter how many sessions it takes.
I just finished my first session of tattoo removal. And honestly, guys, let me tell you, I don't know how to explain the feeling. It wasn't anything that I expected compared to getting a tattoo is more. It feels spicy. Look, after treatment, they're obviously swollen or like hamburgering. I didn't do my thigh tattoo yet, the one behind my ear or my lip tattoo. Experience, I'm rating a 15 out of 10. I love Removery. They gave me stress balls. They cooled it down with ice. Wonderful experience, and I can't wait to go back. It's supposed to take 3 to 4 sessions before you can actually start seeing them disappear. After I got them done, my skin felt really tight around my face. That was honestly it. If you're looking to get any tattoos removed,
I respect it. She only got 8 of them removed. So that means she probably has, I hope she didn't say she had 100. I heard the word 100, but, or the number, however you want to do. I just don't know if she has 100 tattoos, but if she does, she on her own. I ain't about to go with you to 6 different appointments to remove no tattoos. It's too many. Should have got 2 tattoos like regular folk. You get 1 tattoo because somebody you love passed away, and then you get another tattoo that means new life, and you leave it alone. Regular folk supposed to have 2 tattoos. That's it. Y'all know the rules. 2 tattoos and I'm out. Now y'all doing all this other stuff. She said she didn't get the thigh one touch because those thighs, that's probably a sensitive area, huh? She said the lip, she got a tattoo on her lip. I didn't see that one. So if you guys are thinking about getting tattoos, I really want you guys to be considerate or not whether that's a good idea, okay? I'm not judging nobody, but you might want to be thoughtful or not on whether it's a good idea to get you a tattoo. I say don't do it, but I ain't gonna lie, it looks good. I done seen some people walking. I'm like, that's a nice tattoo. That's a nice tattoo. So if you guys have this artistic side, go ahead and do it then. Go ahead and be an artist. All right. Now, before we get to 38 and still living with my parents, I have one more video. Then we get right to it. Because I saw this one video about people just being straight up with you. When somebody's straight up with you and tell you the truth, I think you should accept it. I'm big on that, right? And then I saw this young lady, and your browser, okay, whatever. Let me adjust this. Let me fix this. One moment. It said it lost my audio connection. All right, there we go. So this particular video, the woman said she told her truth and she stood on the business. All right. Let me pull it up.
But let me just tell you the truth. I like when my man can pick me up off of the ground and walk with me around the room. I like have sex all over the room. You know them stuff? I like to be all over the room.
You want to hold my balloon?
Now, I respect any woman that tell the truth. She said she was telling the young man, I'm going to say young man because I can't tell, that she liked when a man can just pick her up and, basically make her feel like a woman. You know how women say that? I want to feel like a woman when I'm with my... So cool, right? She told him, and I think the brother should just go ahead and, pop his balloon and respect it. That's my opinion. But I also was thinking like, dang, he probably got to be like 6'9", 320 pounds. That's what I was thinking in my head. I didn't say it out loud because it ain't my choice. But I was like, dang, somebody like 6'9", 320 pounds. Plus you got like blue hair. I was thinking that, but I ain't say nothing because, you know, I think I respect her honesty. That's why I ain't say nothing.
Okay, how you want me to pick you up? Like
You can lift me up?
2 ways.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ah!
I ain't see that coming. I ain't gonna front. I ain't see that coming. I ain't see that one coming. I ain't see that one coming. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the video. I was like, dang, she gonna play him out like that? Just gonna do old boy dirty like that? Talk about he said, you said what? You ain't said nothing but a word. You ain't said nothing but a word. Now I know when you walking down the street and you got this thought in your mind, you see somebody that's smaller than you and you laugh at them like, man, if it was, leave them alone, because you what you will find out is that little sucker packing a punch that you just don't. They got the little sturdy legs too. Probably can bench press 400-500 pounds. You know, then they can deadlift like 800 pounds. Y'all better be careful judging these books by their cover. See, she thought that he couldn't do what he couldn't do, but he stood on the business. Salute to the brother standing on business.
Oh, I like that. I like. Oh, okay, I like that. But
yeah, she ain't got nothing to say now, huh? She ain't got nothing to say now. See, nothing wrong with somebody wanting what they want. I respect that. Sometimes you get what you ask for. Sometimes you will get what you ask for. Now, that humbled all y'all too, because I saw y'all in the chat over here like, dang, you gonna do old boy like that? Y'all thought he wasn't gonna stand on business. I know, because I know how y'all think. Y'all some messed up thinkers. Y'all had to do him like that. I thought so too. That's how I know we be hanging out together too much. But I'm just saying, I had already seen the video. I didn't see this. Gentlemen, stand on business, okay? When that woman says she want to spend all your money, you give her your... No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, let's get to the video, okay? 38 and still living with your parents. I grew up and I thought living with your parents was like a failure. I thought it was, was not a badge of honor. It was embarrassing, especially the older you got. You know, the older you get, it looks bad, especially anything over 30. Until I found myself living in my mama's basement. Then I had to rethink life. I said, how can I feel this way when this basement feels so good? It feels so good. I can't judge nobody. But I still gonna judge. But I shouldn't. But I like basement life. Okay. Shout out to the basement gang. Everybody that's in the basement gang. Salute to them. But let's talk about how people truly feel in most situations when they stuck living at home, which y'all, you know what's so interesting to me? Because I really don't know the answer to this. Do you think most people that stay at home live with both parents or one parent? Because it got me thinking. Your dad will let you stay at the house that long? I know moms might let you, stay a little longer, but your dad will let you stay? Is it both parents, or do you think these are like single parent homes? That's the thought I was thinking. I was like, dang, single parent homes, maybe that's more common there. And the mom's like, maybe, and this is my opinion, maybe the mother feels bad for the choice of parent, because when they act like it is what it is. But and so they like, yeah, I messed up, so you can stay as long as you want, or because ain't nobody else there, they want you in the house with them. I really don't know. It depends. I think there's like mother-daughter rivalries a lot. So I think that's a conflict sometimes between women and their mothers, because I don't believe women like sharing castles. Just my own personal thoughts from what I've observed in life. that women want to be in charge of their home. And when your mama's in the home with you, I think that they feel a certain way. Like, you can't, just because you my mom, you can't really tell me what to do. I'm grown. And I think it conflicts a lot because you want to become your own person. So with the sons, I think sons are given a level of freedom. It's complex, but I really don't know. I really don't know how common it is and all those things. But I just know for me, it's basement gang for life. Okay. Now, for all you do-gooders, y'all go ahead and paying that $5,000, $10,000. Well, okay, y'all not all out in the Bay Area, but you know, whatever y'all paying, $50, $100, whatever y'all paying. But I really want to hear, since we discussed the young lady that was 39, starting over, maybe she inspired some people with her honesty. I respect honesty a lot. I also respect if you don't say nothing at all, even though you could. So I have a lot of respect, right? But I want to get into this individual speaking about the experience of being at home and still living with your parents. Okay. Now, before we start the video, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did y'all ever judge a book by its cover? Hey, Sugar. Y'all ever judge a book by their cover? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just looking at the video and I see the mask. I see the glasses. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be honest. It's my show. Don't tell nobody about what we're talking about over here. It's between us. I sense a little bit of awkwardness. I sense a little social issues. That's just me. I think there's some social issues here. I don't know how good his communication skills gonna be. Okay, but just looking at this makes me think he's a little awkward. The word is uncanny, right? You can say strange, and so I'm starting to think, okay, he's probably struggling in some aspects at life, but I don't know. I could be wrong. He might come out and say, I'm a multimillionaire. I stay with my parents and I pay their bills. I have no idea what he's going to say, but just looking in the beginning, I'm judging. Y'all told me to judge. I did it. He look a little awkward. Once he speaks, we really going to find out how awkward or not awkward he is. Okay. Now, everybody deserves our love and support. Okay. Don't y'all turn y'all back on nobody just because they living at home. Shoot, y'all make this basement make me feel smaller and smaller in this basement, even though I got a lot of room. All right, let's get to it.
Hey, this is Kenji here.
Kenji?
In this video, I'm going to talk about how I'm 38 and still living with my parents.
Woo-wee. Whew. All right. His voice does not sound 38. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. His voice sounds like he in high school, kind of. Maybe it's just me. He sounds kind of young. Y'all judging me, so I'm a judge too. It sounds kind of young to me. So far, I actually don't sense a lot of awkwardness in his speech, his patterns so far. But when he said his name in the beginning, I was like, yeah, all right, player. But yeah, I think it's all right so far.
Yeah, never did I think that I would end up in this situation where I'm almost 40 now and I'm still living with my parents. It's kind of I guess, definitely unexpected, right? I think a lot of times I feel shameful for living with my parents. You know, the other day, actually, I have a sister that's young, 15 years younger than me. And I don't know, we just got into a fight over a really trivial thing, right? And then I guess we...
Dang. So, all right, somebody do that math for me real quick, okay? 38 minus 10 is 21. So, sorry. I try to keep a straight face, right? And so, All right, so that means his sister's 23, right? 15 years, 30, carry the 7, write the 2, and then add the A plus B equal MS squared. So, yeah, I think his sister like 23 years old, right? He almost 40, his sister like 23 years old. They at home, they fighting. So I'm guessing his sister still live there, because if she don't live there, my guess is she going to say, that's why you still live at home with mom. And then he going to be feeling the type of way. But he said he got into an argument with his younger sister, which was trivial. Nice uses of words, which means he reads books, most likely, right? And then the first thing I'm thinking is, dang, your parents didn't stop. Let's get it on. 15 years. After 15 years, you should quit. I don't want no children 15 years apart. Dang, do I have a sibling that's 15 years apart? I might actually, let me see. Yeah, I guess I do. I got a younger brother that's probably right around there. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, parents. Stop making children 15 years apart. Don't do that. Don't do that. The most you should do is 5 to 7. Okay? 15 years, that gap is enormous. Okay? It really impacts a lot of sibling experiences. Sometimes it could be good or bad. I don't care how you want to look at it. But 15 years is too much. It's a lot. Okay? Hey, Trinidad, it's too much. But especially if you living at home and your younger sister gonna either argue with you, like, yeah. So parents, stop doing this. Please stop doing this. Parent. Let what they say, hands on your knees. Let it breathe. I don't know the words, but please, parents, stop this. Okay. Too many years apart. I don't want no. The best thing to do is to have kids between 2 to 3 years apart. You had a little age, and all that good stuff. It's cool. You got the older sister, older brother. Y'all know the preference, but still, I'm just saying something is up. I don't know what. Maybe mom's got divorced and she said, "I'm gonna make another you." I don't know, but y'all got to chill with this. 15 years apart. That ain't the move. Stop. Do y'all really remember how to change diapers at that age? After 15 years, do you know how to change a diaper again? I bet you done forgot. It ain't like riding a bike. And because the bike, see, with the bike, it got the pedals and then it got the brakes, right? See, with the baby, it has surprises. So you might want to be careful trying to go back to changing diapers. Okay, let's get back to the show. I don't remember this young man's name. But I feel for your brother. You're arguing with your sister at the house.
Kind of like started like personally attacking each other. And one of the attacks she used against me was like, "Oh, like you're almost like 40, like you're still living with the parents."
I told you. I knew it. That's why he mad. God, remember the last show we did, right? The YouTube couple was talking about I wanted to hurt his feelings, and I know he rich, but I called him broke. Remember that? And I was like, nobody does that. Remember, I did what I normally do. I showed y'all the way to look at it. And I'm like, come on, man, we ain't falling for this. They still on blast, by the way, but I don't follow them enough to care, right? Now, he arguing with his sister, and she hit him with look, like ad hominem personal attacks. Like y'all be telling us. No personals, though. Personal attacks be happening in real life. And him and his sister, that's the one thing about siblings. They gonna hit you where it hurt at. Because they know if you used to pee in the bed. All facts. They know if you used to pee in the bed. That's a fact. So they gonna be like, that's why I used to pee in the bed till you was 11. You know they gonna hit you with it. So I think that he mad that his sister called him out. Hey, Cree. And because his sister called him out, he went to the car to do a video for YouTube. I think this will happen, y'all. I think in that moment, and to be honest, he might have. There's an unwritten rule for siblings, the normal social cultural war, it ain't the same. Like if you my sister and I'm your brother, sometimes they be duking it out. So I don't know if that's what happened, but she probably hurt his feelings. She probably hurt his feelings, and he went to the car and said, "It's on now." So I believe anything that they say to each other is the truth, and the truth will set you free. He needed to hear that because he know what he felt deep down inside. He know what he felt deep down inside. He know he's supposed to be up out his mama in his daddy house. But sometimes your sibling just got to hit you with it. Dang.
I guess we kind of like started like personally attacking each other. And one of the attacks she used against me was like, "Oh, like you're almost like 40, like you're still living with parents. Like, what's wrong with you, right? Like, when are you moving out?" And honestly, I think, yeah, I think you really like kind of hurt my feelings and kind of really put me in this place of shame, embarrassment, and guilt, right? I don't know, like, I feel like I mean, like, I guess I could try to move out, but then I don't know. I feel like I guess like I've been really complacent with myself, with my situation. But on the other hand, like I feel like if I move out, find my own place to live right now, it's really.
What do y'all think is stopping him from moving out? Because in my opinion, dang, she really hit. First of all, what was it? Snaps. Right? Show some love and respect for his vulnerability. Okay, snaps. Show some respect for his openness, his honesty. He said, "It hurt my feelings. I felt some shame, and it hurt so much. It hurt so much." He said, "I'm gonna move out then." I'm sorry. So, younger siblings, please don't hurt your older siblings' feelings by telling them that they too old to be living at home. Okay, don't do that. Because when you want something for Christmas, when you want to borrow their car, when you want something from them, you ain't gonna say stuff like that. So, I appreciate him being honest, okay, and being upfront. Whew. I'm praying for you, brother. I want to hear how you getting out of this because he said he could move out. I want to know, why do y'all think he hasn't moved out? Do you think he ain't got the money? Why y'all think he has not moved out? You think he ain't got the money? I think he got the money. See, y'all judging him. This is one thing. This is what I think. There's it's a bunch of different types of people, right? But if y'all think he's socially awkward, so far I'm not sure how much of it he is. He is a little bit though. But those be the ones with the tech jobs. Those be the ones that mind their business. Very simple lives. Eating food from the house and stuff. Moms are still cooking. I don't even think if it's a monetary thing. Brandon says Asian culture is different. 100%. I know it. See, I know it's different. But it's not as like the culture is not as united as y'all think they are. They are. There's a lot of individualism amongst them and their families and segregation as well. A lot of times we like to project that all these other cultures got to figure it out, but they don't. What happens is there's uniformity in a neighborhood sometimes, like i.e. a Chinatown or a Japantown or a Korea, something like that, and they all live amongst each other, but they tend to do the same things we do when we live close. But how they're depicted is unique and different because we're the ones that is hosted in front of the TV a lot, and we've been given that symbolism to represent things, right? So because I live in a city that has a higher population of Asians, I'm able to utilize that insight and information to give the assessments that is often wrongly given on the internet. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, a lot of them have a lot of similarities. There's a lot of cultural differences, but there are a lot of things that are similar as far as certain other things. But I'm just telling y'all, I think that the young man might be getting to that money. I'm gonna just tell you, I think the young man might be getting to that money. And y'all just think he broke, and that's why he don't want to move out, because most people that are struggling stay at home. Can we just be honest about that? Most people that are struggling are staying at home. So there's an assumption that that's why he's at home. But I ain't got the answers, Sway. I ain't got the answers why he's at home. But he gonna tell us. And y'all, how many of y'all think he's at home because it's money? And how many of y'all think he's at home just because he's used to his mom cleaning his clothes and cooking his food, and he don't have no girlfriend? Because I actually think that's more of it. It's a possibility he don't have a job because he doesn't seem extremely nerdy-ish to me in the sense of, and don't come for me. I love the nerds. Shout out to the nerds, the favorite homies. I'd rather hang with nerds over the cool people any day. Not saying nerds aren't cool, but y'all know technically we refer to nerds as uncool people. Okay, I'm just saying I prefer to hang out with the nerds. So this ain't no knock, but he don't really strike me as one of those. So he might not have that that job in Silicon Valley, but I don't know if I see him as a waiter either. But either way, right? Shout out to the Dayton Pool Roast Reactions. I'm just like the Asian folks. How you just like the Asian folks? How you gonna start a sentence off like that? How you gonna start a sentence off like that? Why are you giving? First of all, let me just read this before I go off on you. It says, I love my kids living with me. They don't have kids, so I'm good. Just brought a bigger house. First of all, HQ, don't you come on here and splash on me like that on the Aaron O show. But I'm going to acknowledge you, sister. Shout out to you. Just bought a bigger house. Snaps. Shout out to HQ, okay? Getting to that bag, making sure the family's straight. I want to just tell you, don't you give off this, that's an Asian thing. First of all, black people, we could argue that that's our thing. We just got away from it. We could argue that living with each other, amongst each other, community, all that, we could argue that's our thing. We could make that argument. We could go to tribalism. We can go to all that stuff and say, really, everything started there. But I understand, to be, honest in the conversation, we have got very far away from certain old norms. And I understand why y'all might not want to give the credit to the black folks. But I believe that this is actually black culture to a strong degree, even though we don't want to give them the credit for it because of what has happened. But I remember family was deep. I will never forget this, right? Because when you've somewhat made adjustments in your life and you no longer have to live at that poverty line that you grew up at, right? There are certain things that just stick with you. And that's why people want people that have struggled and then overcame, because there's a certain thing that comes with those people. I don't know how to explain it right now, and I don't want to, but I remember very young being with all my family. I'm talking like a gang of people. And we would go there, we'd be, and there is like a country in California, just for the record. Y'all don't know that, but there is country in California, right? Where there's not a city life. And I remember going down there with my family, my grandfather, everybody. And we was in this little tiny old place. And we were sleeping like 20 deep, foot or feet to face. So That's I don't know if that's not our thing or not, but we'll keep fighting for it. But I always remember that. So I'll just be giving that away. Now, y'all make y'all decisions now. Is he staying at home because he broke like me, or is he staying at home because he's used to his mom taking care of him and he don't have a girlfriend? You guys put it in the chat. Tell me what y'all think. Okay, I'm gonna go with he's just comfortable with his parents.
Really going to I'm barely going to survive, right? I'm barely going to make my ends meet, pretty much, because I don't even make that much.
Damn.
And I live in California, and
oh man, he ain't got it. Oh man, I'm glad I played it before y'all went to it. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. He said he'd be struggling to survive. He lives in California, and that be y'all problem. Y'all too prideful to get up out of California. That's y'all problem. Creed, don't you do that. Creed, don't you do that right now. You got to leave California, my friend. You got to go. And our pride and our family will keep us here. Our pride and our family will keep us here. I'm telling y'all. It's primarily what keeps me here. I ain't gonna lie. Not the pride, but family thing. But you got to move, brother. You got to move so your sister don't laugh at you no more. Even though you love your sister and you want to see her, she gonna laugh at you every time you come downstairs in your pajamas. Just gonna tell you, if you get into an argument, and I don't know what y'all was arguing about, but she gonna throw some more slugs at you because all of the hurtful things that I've ever felt came from family members. They always said the meanest thing. Ain't nothing nobody said on the internet bothered me. I didn't been talked about bad on the internet. None of it bothered me. I'm like, what the hell's the internet? You know what I mean? All my family, when they did it, oh my gosh. Oh, I remember. And I have grown. Y'all see my maturation, okay? I remember they like, nah, they can't go. They ain't got no money there. I remember. Do you remember? So I still I'm not traumatized because I'm a very understanding person, but I ain't forgot those conversations that I used to ear hustle when they used to talk bad down on you. They talk bad on you. And then it switch up very fast. Oh, I always knew you was gonna be special. I always knew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pain is unmatched. But it's some of the most needed things ever. So for you, brother, get up out of California. And obviously we have a high Asian population in California. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not shocked that he here, but I wonder what he do for a living because he said he'd just be barely getting by. How? If you've been living at home, okay, I will acknowledge this. There are some people that their parents won't care if they work, and a lot of them don't work for a long time. That one thing about families that we got, you gonna get you a job or you gonna get out of my house. They family's not exactly like that. Not exactly like that. So he probably ain't had no job then, because if he's 38 and he been living at home for 38 years, subtract 18 years where you probably couldn't work, although some of y'all was working when y'all was 14. I couldn't because I didn't even know I could. I lost out on years of work, but I would have worked, but I didn't know I could. Talk about things. So he's been not saving money for 18, 28, 20 years. Listen, if I could live on one of y'all couches, one of my, and I only trust a couple of y'all. I don't trust most of y'all, so I would not sleep on y'all couch. Nope, I wouldn't trust you. But some of y'all I like. If I could sleep on y'all couch for 20 years, 20 years, and I worked 2-3 jobs, because I obviously got a problem getting women, as you can clearly tell. Guys that get women don't go to their car with a mask on to talk about how their sister hurt their feelings. That's not a common thing. So 20 years of working and grinding, I would be probably, if we all, how much money would y'all have? Y'all put a number in the chat right now. If y'all could slept on a family member's couch. They would, in that community, they do your laundry, they feed you for 20 years. How much money would y'all have right now? Tell me the truth. I'm going to throw out a number, and I'm going to say a number, but it's not about being financially literate, because let's be honest, we probably wouldn't have been financially literate. We all assuming that we have our intelligence at this age now, but let's just be honest. Let's just say you're a normal person, and you probably just save your money regularly, right? You probably could save at least, I don't know, $10,000 a year. That's just my opinion. You're probably in a low tax bracket because you're probably not highly skilled. So I think you should at least have this. I'm going to throw out a number, 20 years, 10,000, $200,000. About $200,000. That's on the low end. If you financially literate, on the high end, I would say about 2.3 million. I know that sounds crazy, but that's if you financially literate, about 2.3 million, okay? And these are arbitrary numbers. You use your scale of thinking to determine for you. But yeah, about 2.3 million, 20 years, financially literate. Financially illiterate and just a regular type of I save my money, about 200,000. I would say about 200. I think y'all would agree with that, okay? Now, HU says California equals state that promotes struggle. See, you're wrong about that. You're wrong about that. California doesn't promote struggle. They don't promote the struggle. Most people want to stay here to struggle. See, I could move sweet home Alabama. Yeah, I could move to Alabama, right? Well, I actually can't do that. Like, I physically couldn't get a ticket to get on a plane. I don't have a car, so I couldn't move to Alabama. I don't have any pot. I couldn't mentally do it either. But we intentionally suffer ourselves. We don't have to go through this stuff. We can move. I'm gonna do a video soon on a lot of the families that are living outside of city lives that are operating with 5-member families that are making way less money, that people come on here and argue about that you ain't a real person if you don't make this X amount of money. I'm going to really highlight it, but not this show. So that don't blame California for that. California issues is this. They overextended supporting people. That's what they got wrong. They and I'm going to go out and say it. I am a benefit of food stamps, government support, all of whatever programs they had. I am a reflection of a child needing or having those things growing up. So I'm only against certain things for a reason. I've expressed it concisely, I think, many times, but California offers too many programs. We offer too much support for people, and it becomes a crutch for them. That is the truth that happens. Our weather is too good. That's why people they don't want to freeze like the weather is too good, and our benefits are the best in the whole country. That's why people are in California, guys. Like, let's not make it seem like it's just because the state. There's strong reasons why people are staying here for these benefits. And let's be honest, man, it's so difficult to evict a tenant in the Bay Area. Like, you could not pay your rent for 6 months, and they will argue with you and they'll be like, all right, just please pay me. Like, it's crazy different here. So the most friendly state for people is California. It ain't even close. For all forms of people, rich people, poor people, all of it, like the most friendly, because when you in pain, in other places, it's pain. So it's not the same. I just don't like it because I think it's destroyed what I grew up loving, but we all just a cog in the machine. Okay. HQ says he works at a Chinese restaurant. And that's where the Chinese people send their slow people to work. HQ, stop that. That was mean. That is not true. Although I can't disprove it. I know some people that own restaurants, okay? Um, they're not just Chinese restaurants. We have all different type of Asian people out here. But that restaurant, man, that feeds the whole family. If y'all actually Google how many like Asian or Chinese restaurants exist in California, it is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing how they've utilized that enterprise to finance their family for like generations. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Now, HQ, you're gonna be nice. You say nice things about your people. Okay. You say nice things. You talk to them like that. You know what? I'm gonna just say it. Listening to him, to me, I think he works at a warehouse. I don't know if he's gonna actually tell us or not, but I think he works at a warehouse because the way he talked about it, I'm gonna say a warehouse. We'll see. We'll see.
Like living in California is really expensive, right? I don't have like 6-figure job, and yeah, if I move out on my own right now, like it's gonna cost me like probably I don't know like half of my take-home paycheck, and yeah, I don't think that'll be good, right? Like I really want to save, or at least like I want to start saving.
You should have been started.
I mean, even if I'm like 38 right now, I don't really have any save right now because I mean, in my 20s, I just couldn't put myself together. I pretty much wasted all my 20s and early 30s doing a lot of bad stuff, right? Like I was addicted to gambling pretty much all my adult life. And
we talk about stereotypes. Talk about stereotypes. Ooh-wee. Mufasa, what up? Ooh-wee. I was not expecting that, guys. So first I'm gonna acknowledge man, the stereotypes is crazy today. I'm not gonna look in the chat no more. He doesn't have children, right? I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty good at guessing that people have children, like especially mothers. I know when I'm talking to a mom. I spent a couple minutes talking to a woman. I typically know if she has kids or not, whether she tells me or not. Mothers' aura and energy in their speech and all that. To me, it's pretty easy to identify if you're having like a small conversation, getting to know somebody, whether they say it or not. It's not that they overtly say it, but little mannerisms and things like that kind of show you that, oh, okay, she's a parent, right? I can't do it as well for dads because men have a certain ability for reasons we're not going to get into today. But for moms, it's easy for me. Like I can figure it out, right? So I know he ain't got no kids based upon a bunch of different factors, but he ain't got no kids. He's admitted to his wrongdoings. I actually think that he can overcome. I think he can overcome. I think he can salvage this situation. Sounds like he got a great family around him. At the worst thing you got to deal with is your little sister hurting your feelings. It sounds like you have a stable environment. And this is a true thing. They will stick with you through the thick and bad. Like I ain't gonna deny that. That part is true. But I think he can get it together. I think he's trying now. And I appreciate his honesty, y'all. I know a lot of y'all don't realize this. Most people are not eager to tell y'all that they're a failure or they're failing, that they're shamed and embarrassed, and tell the world this. So I respect that. I respect that he's not trying to hide from his actions, meaning like he said exactly what he did and how he screwed his life over. He recognizes it. This is not an easy thing to overcome. When it comes to addiction, right? Part of the reason why the only addictions I have is talking and water is because I I saw firsthand a community gets destroyed when I was growing up. Just everywhere I looked, when I go outside, because once you leave outside your home, the environment is just so different. And I saw so many things walking to school. Because remember back in the day when you could walk yourself to school, you could take yourself to school. And I saw so much. A lot of my life is partly luck that I didn't get pulled down certain pathways that was available to me, right? Part of it is just the way my brain works. Luck in your brain, right place, wrong time, right place type of thing. And I navigated out of situations that could have destroyed most people. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I never got into addiction because I always knew my mind was the one thing that was gonna set me free. I ain't had no money. I didn't have no Jordans. I didn't have no nice clothes. I did not have the swag. I didn't have the desirable things that you need when you don't have money. But I always was a thinker, not a nerd, not an intellect, not none of that, just a thinker. And I always knew my mind would enable my freedom from those environments. And I always knew that. And I said, I ain't never letting my mind be taken over by a substance. I've never let that happen. And so I represent that very strongly. But I have a strong understanding, because I walk past these people all the time on the streets, that it's a difficult thing because of science, chemical imbalances and things like that, and what he's addicted to where it comes to gambling, it's wild. So I am proud of him in the sense of he acknowledged it. He's not hiding from it. He's not saying I had troubles growing up or I made mistakes. He said exactly what it was. Peter, what up, bro? He said exactly what it was. So I respect that. I respect that a lot. And to be honest with you, I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for him because I'm going to just say something that y'all was thinking. I want him to stunt on his own sister. Yeah, I said it. I want him to stunt on his own sister, right? All that little jokes, all that little trying to hurt his feelings, I want him to run it up. I want him to get so much money that when he pulls up on, hey, sis, I got an extra bedroom. You need a place to stay? You can live with me now. I want it so bad. Because I know being that guy that has absolutely nothing, and when people have the opportunity to step on you, oh Lord, they take it. And your vision for the world starts to open up because you see the people that don't step on you. You see the people that don't step on you when they have the opportunity, right? And you go, man, something about that person's character is different. So I just want him to step on his little sister a little bit because she tried to stunt, like she tried to do him dirty. And I don't like that. See, when we grew up, we all struggled together. So like we throw little shots, we threw a little shots at each other, but it wasn't on like that's why you still live at home thing, right? We ain't never did that to each other. But siblings, we are the worst to each other, but we will go to the ends of the earth for each other too. But he got to stunt on her. He got to stunt. He got to stunt. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong for this, and maybe y'all don't appreciate that. But I just think a little bit stunting on her, just like, yeah, what's up now? I know I shouldn't get a Rolex, but I want one. And I've been wanting one for a long time, but I ain't 40 yet. I'm not 40 yet, but I want one. Okay, I do. You know how you want to shake somebody's hand and you got your like whatever you wear, like it's covering your watch. That's when you lift your hands up, and then your clothing fall back and the watch is exposed, and then you go shake somebody's hand. Hey, how you doing? Oh, what up, cuz? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, auntie, what's going on? And that's what they do oh, I see you've been doing all right for yourself. Oh, okay. Oh, look, there you go. I see you. That's when all that stuff start coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I just want him to feel that for that, just that moment. Like, I remember the times. I'm sorry, I don't listen to Michael, but I know. But the point of it is, I just want that for him. Y'all know how y'all say things like, what the ladies be saying? I want that for you, sis. Like, that's what y'all be saying. I want that for you, or I'm happy for y'all. Y'all be saying that for just as a man to man, to understand the struggles of men and understand how we stepped on disrespect at the highest levels because we ain't got no money. Just a little bit of stun ain't hurt nobody. A little bit of stun ain't hurt nobody, and I want him to feel it. I want him to feel it. I want him to have the opportunity to be like, "Hey, sis, what up?" And you know what? That's why, yeah, there we go, Arlie. That's why we like the silent assassins. So you know what this hitting for. This 20 racks right here. You know this you know what that car that car right there, that's 60 bands. Like, we ain't gonna tell you, but we just want you to see it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we just want you to see it, so we ain't gotta overtly do what you did to us 15 years ago. But you got to get this work. You got to get this work, okay? Success is the best revenge. So I am pulling for this brother, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm scarred from what his sister said to him. I felt it. I said, how dare she talk to us like this? I know it ain't really me and him, but I just felt it just as a man. Just as a man to man, knowing what you're going through, especially at this point, the suffering that you had to go through, where, you know, and yes, as a man, you have to accept you brought it on yourself. Well, we don't know if other family members got you involved, because I'm you know what, since we telling, I'm gonna tell it all. A lot of my cousins, my older cousins, they try to get me to play dice. They say, hey, cuz, what up? They look, remember I told y'all how my big mother, my grandmother used to do me, and this is why this gonna hurt, because going into the conversation, I love the women in the families. They are special. Man, look, big mama, grandma, they hand you that money so slick. Oh, she give you that little handshake, that little hug. Hey, baby, hand you that $20, and you go on about your day. You feeling like the man. It's special, man. It's special. It's just special, man. So it's like, that feeling that you get when those moments, man. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of nostalgia going back. It's just different, man. And so I'm pulling for this guy right here. He need to give her that work, and he don't need to let it slide, because I ain't letting it slide. As a matter of fact, if I see your sister, if I see her, I got you. But yeah, they try to make me shoot dice. They did. They was like, yeah, you, because I'm going to be honest, I was never into that kind of stuff. I saw it, and then I'll be seeing people like all their money be on the ground and it's gone. I'll be like, not me. I was the guy that hold on to that $5 for 6 months. Not my $5, right? And so I never got into it, but I would watch, because the older kids, you know, they bigger, stronger. You kind of look up to them at the time because you don't have any other representation at that moment. And they shooting dice and it's cool and all that. And, you know, it's love in the hood. When they hit, look, I don't know where y'all from, but when they hit out here, everybody getting something. Hey, what you want, something from the store? You want some ice cream? What you need? They in the best mood ever. Money does, in a lot of situations, it can turn a moment into a lot of fulfillment, a moment. So I remember those days. So somebody in this family could have got him involved with it. So I want to give him that possibility of an out. Somebody in this family could have got him involved. All right. I'm going to just say that. Okay. But I'm not sure if it's true. Okay. HQ is here, says he ain't getting no box. No need to move away from gaming devices at home. Disrespectful. Disrespectful, HQ. Yes, you are. I'm going to just tell you this now. The way they paying money for video games is different. What is it? I watch Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox is the greatest Mortal Kombat video game player in the world. Remember how I tell you there's something about geniuses, there's something about greatness, perfection that I have a huge admiration for. So I used to play games. It's done well for me in my life, but to watch greatness at work, to me, it's amazing. And to watch how he just dominates on the video games, it's remarkable to watch. Don't you ever downplay video games. Those days of downplaying video games and all this is over with. You can't have that no more. See, y'all threw so much like egg at our face about video games and not understanding that we turn it into money and we monetize it. Now we can't go on like your phone and record ourselves saying, "Hi, send me a cat." Like we can't really just take pictures of our clothes and get that type of support. But we can really turn these video games into something. Okay, so HQ, you leave him alone. If he is good at playing video games, I think he gonna be all right. Okay. Now HQ says cost him half his paycheck. He don't sound no different than a lot of y'all. Not me. I'm her. Hey, HQ, why you got to stunt on us like that? Why you got to stunt on us? I don't appreciate that, HQ. I don't appreciate you coming here and stunting on us like that. I don't appreciate you coming down here and stunt on us like that. But you do need to stun on those people that hated on you, HQ. And I'm going, I love HQ, so it ain't me, but you do need to stun on them. Let them know. Stop playing with you. But you leave this youngin' alone. He's 38 and he's living with his family. You leave him alone. You leave him alone. But I will say that is asinine. You don't want to pay up half your check so you can live on your own. You out your mind. Me personally, if I wasn't in California, I'll leave my mom's basement. I would do it, but I ain't gonna do it. But no, in a serious note, most people are paying half. Actually, I think most people are paying like 3/4 of their income. Some people are paying like 100% of their income just to survive. So the fact that you don't want to pay half your paycheck, it's a little disheartening. But is it worth your ego telling your little sister, like, I got my own spot? You got to figure that out. I was talking to a young lady. She's 19 or 20. She's just started a job a couple months ago. She lives with her grandmother and she wants to move out, but she has a shopping problem. She likes to buy things. And because she likes to buy things, she can't move out. Because she likes to buy things, she cannot move out. I told her, I said, you better stay there as long as you can. Shoot, but she also said that sometimes, and I'm just going to tell on her because I don't think she watched my show. But if she do, oh well. She says that her grandmother can be narcissistic. She said her grandmother can be narcissistic. I just be living with my narcissistic grandmother. I'm sorry. Gramps let me stay for the low. I'm staying here, Grandma. Just go ahead and be narcissistic. That's just my thoughts. That's just my strong thoughts. Stay with your grandma. Now, Cyrex says, typical common life of Asian American brother, especially if parents are old and sick. Anyway, hi, Aaron. Just wanted to thank you again for what you did. No problem. I appreciate you. I want to say that I have to be very careful because a lot of people that I am cool with do watch my show, and I have a good amount of Asian friends. I have to be careful. I ain't telling their business. But they will let you stay with them. I'm gonna just say they will let you stay with them, even if you're not productive, you're not working. They will let you stay. If they're getting older, they're kind of big on that. So it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. But I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for him. Shout out to my dog LeGarrette in the building with the 50 ball. Says, keep up the good work, my G. No doubt, my friend. No doubt. I'm glad to hear you. I know I'm not gonna say nothing about your Cowboys today. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna tell y'all to pay Dak or else. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna tell y'all to pay people or else. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Shout out to my dog LeGarrette. But I'm just be honest with you. This is a little bit of an eye-opening conversation. He's stereotypical, unfortunately. And honestly, I think this is very interesting. I appreciate him being very transparent, along with remember the 39-year-old lady we did the other day? Shout out to her. I ain't gonna follow her life, but I think she's gonna do pretty good, to be honest with you. I actually think that lady who was dabbling back and forth with real estate, I think she's gonna do pretty well. So shout out to her. Let's get back to the video. Let's find out what changes this young man's gonna make.
I never really had any savings, and I mean, I'm going to talk about like my gambling like issues and like my gambling history on another video, but yeah, pretty much like in my 20s and even in my 30s, like I pretty much spent and wasted all my money on gambling. That was hard, yeah. So
you know what that actually tells me? That he actually can save money. He actually does. He actually did have money. So it's not that he was just incapable of generating money and saving money. It's just that he blew it all. Oh yeah, all right, LeGarrette. Yeah, we gonna talk November 10th. I got you. Just know all our players is in camp. All right. So look, I think that, man, I wonder what kind of can I ask y'all, because I don't do this. What y'all think he was doing? Do y'all think he was at casinos? It is a casino, ain't it? It is a casino. Or is it one of those off the books people? What are they called? Sharks? I don't know. I'm not in that life. But either way, it's proven that he can make money. He can work. It's just he blew it all. So he's not as broke as y'all thought he was. All right, y'all judging him wrongly. He's not as broke as y'all thought he was.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like definitely like, living with parents is not easy. I'm pretty sure like for my parents too, like I feel like it's not easy for them to live with me, right? To live with 38-year-old adult son. And I'm still single, and like I'm definitely like I feel like I fall into like I guess unorthodox, like unusual pathway of like most adults, right? Adult men. A lot of men or females, men or women, in my age group, they're either married or they have their life together. They either have bought a house, they have, I don't know, stable career. They either have bought a house or have a significant amount of like down payment or savings to put towards down payment to buy a house in the coming years, right? But for me, I don't really have any savings. I don't have much. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes like I really wonder like how I ended up in this situation, right? Like I feel like I know I fucked it up. But sometimes I wonder like, damn, like, time flew. Time passed by like so quickly, right? Like how did I even end up in this situation? But here I am, and I'm just like basically like barely scraping by without any savings. And I know that like I feel like I'm never really going to make that much money in my career or my job. At best, I feel like I'm just gonna like scrape by at best, right? So I don't know. Like
I want you guys to realize he's kind of accepted his fate, right? To a degree. I don't think I'm ever going to make a lot of money. I'm just going to scrape by. And he's taking like solace in it. He's comfort. He's happy with he's experiencing and just getting by. I don't even know how to disagree with that, because I don't want to get people. There are some people that are like driven by success and other things take a pitfall because of that. And then there are people that are driven by everything outside of success so they can focus on doing everything that that non-successful people can't, like, or successful people can't do, right? So I'm very torn with this, because he really hasn't hurt anybody but himself. He has no children. He has no family. To be honest with you, I really think he's going to be single his whole life. I don't want that, but based upon his current mindset, I think he just has an acceptance of it. Like, I'm gonna just be single. I don't think he's going to have any children. If he's made it to this part of his life and he has no children, it's a high probability that he's never going to. Don't get me wrong. There's some intentional people. I don't think he's not having children because it's intentional. I think he's not really able to acquire the type of lady that he can get in order for that to have happen. And a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, this is the part where you got to understand what women are going through and go, look, I messed with a guy. I gave him a chance. I did not know he was doing that. That this happens a lot in stereotypical situations where gambles the home away, gives the money to the mistress. Those stereotypes, yes, very real. Not factual, but can be very real. They're based on something for a reason. He gives me the vibes that he would probably be that guy. Dang, man. I was hoping for a turnaround. We'll see.
I feel like that's how I feel about my life. Almost 40, nothing to show for. And I feel like, especially like in the Asian community, like I don't know, I feel like they really value independence, and they put a lot of emphasis on like family, raising a family, getting married, having children. I really wonder like what my parents like truly feel about me, about their son, right? Like when their son is still like living with them, when his son is like almost 40. Yeah. But I mean, like for me, like living with them hasn't been easy either, right? Like I feel like a lot of times they're like really typical Asian parents, and I feel like they don't do that as much anymore, but like they used to really micromanage me. Like I felt like a kid, like I don't know, I felt really strangled a lot of times. Like like I don't know, like every time I think about my relationship with them, like I have a huge sigh like this, right? And I guess they had the right reasons too, though. Like I mean, what would I do if I were in their shoes, right? If I had a son that is pretty much like relying on them, even if like they're fully grown, like financially, maybe even emotionally, I don't know. But like mainly financially, like relying on them. I mean, even if like right now I don't really get any money from them, but I mean, still like they allowing me to stay at their place, right? Like
I'm sorry. He said, I'm not getting any money from them. You are getting a lot of money from them. They're just not giving you cash. You're getting your currency in a different way, my friend. Most of us not getting the opportunity to not have to pay no bills. You're paying for groceries. The same thing we're arguing with women about. I only want to pay for groceries so I can save all my money and leave you. That way, if it don't work out, and you pay all the bills so that you can't leave me because you paid all your money. Or you make so much money, I can save my money instead. Like all this nonsense. They're helping you in an insane way that cash is not going to. First of all, if they give you cash anyway, we know what you would do with it. Dang, I shouldn't have said that. I got to be honest. I wouldn't give you no cash anyway. I would actually say, and this is wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. When it comes to the red envelope, we should take yours. We shouldn't let you even have access to them. You can, nope, we gonna open them for you, and we gonna put them in a separate account that you can't control until you get your habits under control. Because it shows your lack of understanding when you say they don't give you money. But I understand what you mean when you say that it's not like they're paying you. I get what you're saying, but you got to really be understanding of the benefit that you truly have. You got to really understand this. Dang, is this how parents feel about their kids, like just being ungrateful? And I'm not saying he's ungrateful because he sounds humble to me, honestly. He sounds like he understands his world could be really upside down. Sound like it'd be really upside down.
Pretty much like they're like offering me free rent, right? So they are giving me like financial help. Which is like free rent, which is like huge, right?
Duh.
Sometimes like I wonder like if, like I'm pretty sure I might have like Peter Pan complex or something like that. That's what I've heard. Like when, like people are still like feel like they're young, even if they're not really young, right? Sometimes I don't really feel my age. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, right? Like I sometimes I really like don't feel my age. And I think the reason why I don't feel my age is because I haven't really progressed like after I haven't like stepped onto the next stage of, I guess, like life stages, right? Because usually like, okay, like you go to college, you get a job, and then you get married, you have kids, right? But like I kind of have stopped like where after like I graduated from college, right? Like I haven't gotten married yet. And yeah, that's why I feel like I haven't really hit that life stage where I guess around this age most people hit, or a lot of people hit, right? For example, like I have another sister that's 36. She's married now and she has kids. She moved out of the home as soon as she got married. Or I don't know how much longer, I guess, like I'm gonna live with them, I guess. I don't know, like I guess like my parents are getting older now. I mean they are old, right? They are almost like, I mean they're 65. And
okay, so he's going to get into I think I had to skip ahead because I haven't watched it. So he's going to get it, and then we're going to get into Jazzmen's Black. Okay, he says that he doesn't know how much longer he's going to stay with his parents. So one, he says they're 60 something. So if he's 38, they're 65. If he's 38, they're 65, right? That would make How old would he be when they had him? They would have had him in their late 20s. So much younger than he is now. Oh, look, Night is already doing that math. That's that town business math right there, okay? Late 20s, close enough. I ain't go to school. My sister's going to laugh at me. But I'm intrigued to hear when he plans on moving out, because I think that's what he just said now. HQ is acting up. HQ says, here we present Asian Pookie. No, HQ, he's not a... What is a Pookie at this point? He don't have no kids. Y'all consider this Asian Pookie? I don't. He don't have no children. He does have a job. He's getting a paycheck. He does lack responsibility to a degree. But I can't call him no Pookie. I'm sorry, HQ. I can't call him no Pookie. Nah, I'm not. Is that what he is to y'all? Y'all think he's a Pookie? No. Because to me, it don't sound like he's messing with women. He's making their life difficult. He's leaving children, not taking care, providing for them. To me, he's just not sustaining his own adult, is what we call it, his own adulthood on his own. So I wouldn't consider him a Pookie. I would consider him somebody that's not extremely trustworthy because he might gamble your money away. But I don't think he is. I think he's a man that's struggling to find his footing in life. A lot of people are late bloomers. A lot of people learn things later. A lot of people don't figure out things as fast as some of us do and some of us don't. So I wouldn't characterize him that way. I don't view him that way. I don't even sense negativity from him. Honestly, I don't even sense criminality from him. To be candid with you, and yes, we all kind of know when we get a sense of criminality. That doesn't mean we know what a criminal looks like, although most of us could argue. But I don't get that vibe from him either. So he's just somebody that's not. He's not an independent individual on his own merits just yet. But his life is not over. There's room for redemption. There's room to overcome. There's room to hit a grand slam and go back and stunt on his sister. So I'm still holding out for that because I want to stunt. I want to stunt on his sister one time. So I'm holding out for that. I know Pookie HQ. You're not going to dump that off on him. And shout out to my dog, the Sophisticated Jerk says, for the Rolex fund. No doubt. Let me do the math. So I want a presidential Rolex. I don't know. I think a 40 would be fine. I'm not too picky. I could go 40. I have to take the 40 or I'm gonna get teased, right? And I'm sensitive to that, right? So right around 40 something thousand. So we're gonna subtract that. So we need about another 40 something grand to get that watch. Shout out to Jerk. Unless Jerk got a friend or something that can give us a discount. But I appreciate that. By the time I get to my 40th birthday, we will be real close. Don't worry. We'll be real close. And I'm going to let you know you were the very first ones to support the Rolex fund. I'm not going to forget you. I'm going to write that down. I ain't going to forget you. All right. Shout out to Jerry. This guy. HU says, remember, he is Asian and they are the least desired male. Is that true? The least desired male? Least desired, most married. I think that's what you're trying to identify here. Yeah, based upon that particular study, they identified them as least desired. That's true. However, I think there's a turn happening for them. There's a huge change, although their women ain't gonna give them up. Their women ain't gonna give them up. I'm gonna just tell you that now, because they're still willing to take them, even if they are whatever. And I'm gonna say physically. I'm gonna assume the women are saying physically undesirable. I don't think they're financially undesirable, even though technically a lot of them are broke. But I'm saying the image of them are not. They're not financially that way. So I would say that yes, if you're going by physical. I don't know. Use the word desire. I'm assuming it probably means that. You're just trying to flip the stat on least desire, and that's totally accurate based upon that. You should reference the study. Thank you very much. Says, plus, he is unmotivated, undisciplined, and in that bottom 20. Man, you are relentless. Wow, you are relentless. Okay. The bottom 20%. Whoo, you are relentless. It says, bottom 20% male, we women discard as unuckable. Wow. Wow. That is mean as hell. You know what's so crazy? Is at least, I'm going to just say this, HQ, because you wilding right now. Most of the guys that be arguing and screaming at women, they actually deserve these statements, right? They're the ones that this guy is bothering no one. He is bothering no one. He's not even mean. He's not even mean to women. So I understand you can step on him right now, as you know his sister did, because that seemed like that's the thing for y'all to do right now. But he didn't do nothing to nobody. He's minding his business. He's gonna be one of those workers that show up to work every day, do what he got to do just to get by, mind his business, and he's not going to bother nobody. So I get it. Yes, certain guys, you do need to step on them when the opportunity comes. I don't think this guy fits that. He doesn't fit that. I don't think it's him. I don't think he's the guy that's like getting online, yelling at women, that as y'all call it, or being angry at women. It's not him. It's not him. So I wouldn't do that to him, HQ. Okay. Now doesn't mean what you said is inaccurate as far as the least desired. I do sense he is unmotivated for obvious reasons. The discipline, I clearly can agree with you on that. Now, when you say the bottom 20%, dang, you was foul. But you ain't necessarily wrong on if his own group discards him that way. I don't know. You had to speak to them. But based upon his outcome, that's probably what has occurred so far. Okay, HQ says, Pookie is a mindset of the undisciplined, unmotivated, perpetually at home, and a bum. That is a Pookie. You know what? If that's your definition, I'm fighting back, HQ. I'm fighting back. I don't believe that's what we define Pookie as. I can't really push back because you be in these YouTube streets way, way, way more than me. So you might actually be accurate. I just don't think this him. Because I'm going to say this. I don't necessarily think he's a bum. I don't necessarily. He has a job. Most times we don't attribute a bum to a person with a job. I'm just being candid with you. We usually attribute bum with unemployed. So I don't know. He might be, but then again, staying at home with your parents, we do attribute that to bum. That is kind of true. I don't know about the Pookie part though. I don't know about the Pookie part, HU. I'm telling you. But you know what? I think you are groveling at the opportunity to step on this one. Okay? HQ says, okay, not a Pookie. Deal. All right, good. You ain't gonna hurt this brother in front of me like this, okay? Not the brotherhood. Says, just a bum because he sees no vision for his life. He currently sees no vision for his life. There are struggles that we have. I tell people all the time, I ain't got no magical on my purpose vision plan that I'm on. I have a character thing. I have a decency thing. I have, a consistency. I have just things that I want to work towards. But I don't have this magical, I'm on my purpose, I have my plans and all this, and a woman should follow my plan. I don't have that. So people can feel how they feel about me for not. I don't care. But I think we've oversimplified things on the internet, okay? Now, why is he unmotivated? Because he's human. And he gambled all of his money away because he fell into an addiction in which any of us can be susceptible to, by the way. It can happen to me. It's not going to happen to me unless somebody tie me down, strap me to a chair and get me on, that kind. But it can happen to anybody. He's a human being. And he fell on hard times. And I know y'all don't understand that, but men go through, they can go through a level of depression. So I think that's what happened. And when you are feeling that way, there is a lack of motivation. There's a lack of motivation in society because people feel like they're working just to pay bills. So, and I think we wouldn't attribute that to a hardworking parent that is struggling to take care of their family and call them unmotivated. It's just, it's hard sometimes when there's not a clear pathway. So I understand your point, but I push back on it a little bit. There's a lot of times for you to be unmotivated, and then there'll be times when you can get motivated. It may not happen until you're 40. It is what it is. Says he got all the advantages Asian people got. Why? Well, there is one thing that you guys tend to leave out. There is intelligence level too, right? And I'm not saying that they all can do math because I'm not an idiot, right? But there is a level of like being just smart and like studious where you can just be that way because you're smart enough to catch on to formulas and you're good with grammar or whatever the case is, and you can do well in school. That may not be applicable to him. So there could be good reasons why he's struggling. Okay, HQ, leave him alone, you bully.
I don't know how much longer, I guess, like I'm gonna live with them, I guess. I mean, sometimes I wonder, like, oh man, like how much longer can I actually live with them just to save money? But I know that time when I have to like move out of my home is coming. But I don't know, like in this economy, it's like so hard. Like everything is like so freaking expensive. Like I don't even know like if I can actually like survive with my wage, with my salary, right? And sometimes like I was actually thinking of like to myself, should I actually like try living out of a car, right? Just to see, if I can actually make it, right? And if I can like somehow like make it out of make it or of what is it if I can somehow like be able to live out of my car, I think that's going to like save me a lot of money, right? At least like for rent. And rent is like huge chunk, right?
Wow. So his sister did him so dirty that he's willing to live in his car. And look, and by the way, HQ, I don't even have a car. What I look like talking bad about this man? I ain't got no car. And his car got a sunroof. Do you see that sunroof? You saw that sunroof? You see it? He's stunting on you with the sunroof. Now, I know what you're thinking. If I lived at home with my parents, I'll get me a car with a sunroof too. I don't disagree. But I'm just saying, and this is the crazy part. He's thinking about moving in his car because what is a person willing to do if they down on their luck or they just got to grind it out? Live in their car. HQ, could you live in your car? I don't think HQ could thug it out. I don't think you could thug it out, HQ, and live in your car like a G. See, he willing to humble himself and go, look, to make it out. Because, see, he's motivated to change his circumstance. He just don't know the pathway. Sometimes people need guidance. Don't matter. Just because you're 40 don't mean you don't need guidance. That's why we have elders. That's why we have elders. And a lot of us don't respect our elders enough or get the game from or quiet enough to get the game from them because we focus on what they haven't accomplished or what they haven't done as opposed to what they have experienced and what they can tell us. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm one of those people that have a high level of respect for humanity. So when the elders are talking, even if they've been a drug addict their whole life, there's experiences that they have that they've experienced in 70 years of life that I haven't. And it's something I can learn. So I will never discount that just because they haven't accomplished things financially or something while other people will write them off. And to me, that's their loss. I won't be that person. Okay. I won't be that person. I won't. HQ is not playing today. HQ is not playing.
Of your spending. I feel like that's like the largest spending of your paycheck, right? The rent and food. And if like I can't like be rent free by living out of a car, I feel like that's gonna be like really huge. It's just that like living out of a car, I don't know what it's like. I mean, like I've seen a ton of YouTube videos like these YouTubers living out of a car and like explaining what it's like to live out of a car, but I feel like I wouldn't really know like until I actually try, right? So yeah, I guess I'll have to see about that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So start a YouTube channel, living out your car, thug it out, grind it out, come back and stun on HQ too. You let HQ know it ain't never over until it's over. And you say, this is what you tell. You say, HQ, is that you? I saw you on the Aaron O show. When he did laugh, but you know what? He's humorous. He wasn't trying to stunt on me like you were. I ain't forgot. And that's when you pull up on her in that Lambo or that Corvette. You just pull up on her like, what's up? You know, and that sometimes you just gotta humble people. Sometimes you just gotta humble people. All right, I ain't gonna take no sides in your struggle, my friend. I won't do that. I will not do that. Wow, HQ is wild. She said they placed him in the family restaurant. HQ, you are so disrespectful. They do not all own restaurants. Most of them don't. Most of them have jobs. Dang, that's crazy. HQ is wilding today. Dang, you is wilding today, okay? Oh, you need help. HQ says, I got a sunroof and feather seats. He needs mental help because he is depressed and he needs to be motivated. All right, HQ, you gonna stun on my boy? I'm about to find his actual Instagram because I'm tired of you. After the show, I'm gonna find his actual Instagram and I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna say, yeah, look here, brother. She was talking about you. Don't you forget about her. You know how they got that Mariah. Don't you forget how HQ did you, brother. Come back and you give her that work. That's what we do this for, brother. You come back and give her that work. Now she gonna play this video about you crying, but your little sister, did you dirty and all that. But that's okay. You tell her, just because I was down, I wasn't out. Just because I was down, I was not out. That's what you tell her, okay? This was a very interesting video to me. I liked it. It keeps us humble. It keeps us grounded. It lets us know there are much bigger struggles than just a singular community, and that if we pay close attention, the truth will come out. If we pay close attention, the truth will come out. Okay? Now, let's get into the next topic of the show. Okay? That's a young lady named Jazzmen Black. I have no idea who she is. As far as I know, she just makes content on TikTok and Instagram, which is cool. Instagram is one of the best vehicles for generating a large number of traffic and for profit for the parent company Meta, which, as a lot of people know, I'm looking forward to their continued success running the platforms that they do, and I see great things happening business-wise in the future. Okay. I don't know who she is, Cyrus. I have no clue what she is, what she does, but she did say something that I thought was worth approaching, right? She said, actually, I got like 2 or 3 videos about what she said. And we're going to get into the breakdown. Trinidad, she said about Trinidad, I don't know. Last time I opened the panel and I let you come on the panel, Trinidad, I don't know. You be causing a ruckus every time I do this, okay? Now we'll decide that in a moment, okay? She says he does not research topics to instigate it. No, because I don't know these people. I don't follow them. How am I going to know much about them? And actually, I don't want to know too much about them because I want to focus on what their point was as opposed to who they are. Although I do agree who you are does matter to a point, but I don't want to overdo it. Yeah. I don't know which video we're going to play. So this is what we're going to do. I don't have an order for this. I just know there's like 2 or 3 videos that she spoke and we're going to play them. I don't know the order. So I don't know what is going to be said and I don't know which video it is. Let's just start there. We'll start with this video. Share this tab. There we go. You got it. Share tape. All right. So this is her TikTok. I saw her. I came across her on Instagram, but this is her TikTok. TikTok is official Jazz MEN Black. Okay, so you guys can feel free to scroll her page if you are interested in some of the takes that she has and the positions that she takes. It's your choice, but I don't know. Goddamn explore page just pop people up. All right, this is the first. I think the first video I saw from her.
What is going on? The gender wars are getting very intense, and I'm going to give my real serious opinion on it. If Kamala Harris running for president hasn't shown you the hatred, the vitriol that is out there for the Black woman, I don't know what to tell you. I
actually want to start there. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna let it play out so you guys can get all her statements in order. But I want to respond to that part first. So let me play that.
I don't think Kevin Samuels understands the mess that he left us in when he died. And I don't think that was Kevin Samuels' intentions, honestly. The spinoffs is crazy. And like I said, I totally believe that most of the radicalization is coming from people who are not a part of the Black American community. People who don't have good intentions for the Black American community, people who have divested from the Black community. I think there's a small group of people who are having very intentional, serious conversations. And I think there's a larger group who is radicalizing that small group of people who are trying to have an intentional conversation. And if this small group don't realize that they're being radicalized, it's going to get violent. And it's already happening. A woman just got killed for rejecting a man on a dating website. Another man, these are Black people, another man killed a girl for rejecting his proposal when he was proposing to her too soon. This overwhelming, weird entitlement that men want to women is odd. I walked in on a conversation on Clubhouse the other day with men saying, well, if a woman is willing to date with this caliber man, why is she not willing to date me? Because she don't have to. She don't have to. I just do not see women having this same conversation. Like, there's certain type of women that can pull a certain caliber of men, and there's a certain type of woman that can pull a different caliber of men. You date on your level. You date where people want to date you. But men can't seem to get that through their head. They're having a hard time with that. They're having a crazy hard time with dating who wants to date them. They have a strange entitlement to types of women that don't want them. And they're lashing out on all women.
Now, this is a strong position that she has taken. I'm not going to say I don't know where she might got her thoughts from, but I want to break down the first point, which she said, right? Which was,
what is going intense, and I'm going to give my real serious opinion on it. If Kamala Harris running for president hasn't shown you the hatred, the vitriol that is out there for the Black woman, I don't know what to tell you.
Now, I want to start with that because that was the most, that was the strongest point of this clip that she put together that stuck out to me, right? I want to know if that is how women actually feel. Not her statement in its entirety, but in the sense of the response that Kamala has received. Is that the response that she's got from, I'm assuming some men, I don't know. Is that what like black women see as like they must really not like us based upon the response to her? Is that how women see it? I don't know if I'm expressing that clearly. Like, do women think that men saying don't vote for her or I wouldn't vote for her, this, that is an attack on like, well, she said black women. Is that how it's perceived? Because I didn't think about it like that initially until I heard her say that, right? What are my thoughts? Okay, so I think women have it confused. I think the women are taking an opportunity and they are, I don't want to say it's inappropriate. I think they are not properly attributing the differences correctly. And this is what I mean by that. The people that I've saw, okay, so there were people that when Obama was running, they was like, I'm voting for him just because he's black. Tons of people that were doing that. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I also strongly believe that those same people that said that or thought like that, for the most part, are going to do the same thing for her. I think they're going to do the same thing for her. I think the pushback, the differences is there were a large, I don't want to say large. There was a group of people, mainly you can call it conservatives, that did not agree with Obama and wouldn't vote for him just because he's black. I think those are the same people that are not wanting to vote for her. Not solely just because she's a woman. I think that can play a part, but they're not going to vote for you just because you're black. Those are the same people that are speaking out against. I don't think it's the other group that was saying I'm voting for anybody that's black. Those same people are still going to do it unless they're unhappy with the outcome they got from just doing that. And you have to take the downside that comes with being the second, right? The second person in office based upon that black moniker or whatever the case is. The negative experience that people received is going to be pushed off onto you. You now represent that symbolically, right? Now, the part that you're a woman would make you uniquely the first. And I'm going to just tell y'all what I think. Well, let me just say this first, and then I'll tell y'all what I think. So I think it's misplaced. I don't think that this is proof that they have issues with black women because they don't want to vote for her. I don't think that's proof. I think they didn't want to vote for Hillary is proof enough that it's not pertaining because it's a black thing. It could be a woman thing, but it ain't a black thing, right? And even though you tie it to black women, right? Fine, I get why you do that. I don't think that's the case. And I also don't think the men that have a problem with it are, it's just they don't like him. They don't like her. And the problem that I have, that I think that a lot of women in particular, the fact that y'all are either ignorant or choosing to not understand why people don't like her. People have legitimate gripes and reasonings for not liking her. Now, for all the people that just vote for people because they black, y'all have no right. Y'all need to go ahead and vote for her just because she's black. I'm going to say this. I believe that she is going to be the first female president. I don't believe that she's going to lose. Okay. If you're asking my opinion, I don't believe she's going to lose. I do believe she's going to take office. And we're going to get into a little bit of like conspiracy. Like, it's funny that we'll say things like we only know what they want us to know. The computer's cheating, like when we talk about games and stuff like that. And to sit here and act like that we're in some type of control or like this ain't their doing and they're going to do that. It's for y'all guys to decide. Me personally, I operate my life in to not care as much who is there. I still want to be aware. I still want to know what's going on in the world, but I don't want to live my life concerned about, hey, should I be happy? Should I be doing this because that person won? I don't want to care that much. So I told y'all my two things. Either you make enough money that you put who you want there, or you make enough money so you don't care. Okay. And I don't know if that rhymed, but it could. So I think she's going to win. That doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for her. It doesn't mean that I even give a damn because I hate politics, but I do believe she's going to win. I think she exists there for a reason. I think that's what's going to happen. But I think getting back to the point, because who gives a damn, right? Her people not understand why people have a problem with her is troublesome. They're not making this stuff up. All right. Like, for example, shout out to Eda Man, okay? Eda Man, he hit me on the IG and sent me this video, okay? So I want y'all to know that it's him. It's him, not me. Of course, let me make sure I shout out Peter the Investor for sending me a cash app. My brother, I appreciate you. He sent this video, though, so don't get mad at me. He sent the video. He sent the video. He did it. All right, so if y'all see Eda Man, this is Eda Man's problem, not me. Eda Man, all right? He sent this video, okay? And this is the video. You listen up.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today, is an Indian recipe.
Yes,
because
Yes.
you are
Yes,
Indian.
yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about.
You need me to play that video again? Do you need me to play the video again? And once again, Eda Man, this is Eda Man's fault, not me. Eda Man, not me. Y'all saw her. You saw. To me, I'm gonna just say it. To me, it's a phony. Yeah. Like it's a phony political thing that she's always in. Nothing about her seems genuine to me on camera. Nothing about her seems genuine to me about on camera. I'm just being candid with y'all. Nothing. J Hub says she not like us. She not like us. Oh, that I still think she gonna win, regardless of how people feel about it. I think she's gonna win. But this happened. And this is why the internet is undefeated. This is why the internet can clip me up, clip this person up. The internet will forever be undefeated. So in this moment, all she kept saying was, yeah. And the girl, and this is the thing, the woman that's doing this whole interview, look at her. This was important.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today, is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go.
So I'm just saying, look. So first of all, I never seen that video in my life. I really do not like politics, guys. I hope that you guys understand that about me. But the way she was like, yes, 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 that is wild to me. Even if, forget all that, it's there, right? There are things that has been done. There are things like it's just she just does not seem genuine to me. And at some point, you got to be able to sell that. And then I'm gonna say this too. I don't believe she has any children. So I don't believe she has any children. So I could be wrong, but I've never seen much interactions between her and her family. So I don't think she has any children. That is, to me, extremely uncommon for a president to be voted into office and don't have children. As a matter of fact, I can't recall the last time that ever happened. So most presidents need to have children to sell to the American people. And the reason why, right? This is why it's important. Because I was talking to a guy the other day, and this is an older guy. He teaches chess. Black man, San Francisco, he teaches chess. He said he's the only guy, probably, I don't know if he said the state, but whatever. He said, I teach chess, I'm the only black guy, whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool, right? Not knocking him. I'm just, whatever. I'm not so caught up in race. That's not my thing, right? But I know it's important to a lot of people, right? And he was like, he wanted to talk about her running for office, and I really don't care, but he did. And I was like, well, she don't have children. He's like, well, what does that matter? I don't have children. And in my opinion, I was like, dang, that's the way typically women respond. But I was like, because it's just uncommon. It's just uncommon. I'm just being, it really, really is. To me, it's like the American people, the economy, the world, the way we sell is the middle class is America. The middle class is America. So if you're going to make decisions for us, most people want to know that you have children, you have something in this fight to show that you care about family the way that we care about family. I'm just saying that is a common, like, I'm gonna say like a prerequisite. It kind of is. I'm not saying it has to be, and I'm not saying that it should be, but it kind of is when you study the things, right? That's just me. I study stuff like that, and I just go, because I know even on a political level, like for most guys to win, they typically need a wife and children when they run for politics. And in situations, I'm like, but a lot of times the women be single and no man, and they be winning office. And I'm not saying it never happens. It's just rather uncommon. So I'm just paying attention to little things. And when this video played off, I mean, hey, it is what it is. As J Hub say, they not like us. They not like us. Oh man, I can't wait till Drake come back and smash Kendrick Lamar and get his victory back. Okay, that's probably not gonna happen. Okay, HU says Trump can't stay out of his own way. Nobody is wavering their support except misogynist black men who articulate two policies that benefit black men. So HQ, you won't get a lot of pushback from me. I do think there are a lot of men in this space that are heavy on politics, and it's a strong suit for them, and they have a strong desire to argue their points. I don't. I keep things simple. When you leave office, I want to be fine, and when you in office, I want to be fine. I want to be indifferent until I can get to a point where I can have some level of control, which I probably never going to get there. So I'm gonna let it slide. But I think there are guys you could argue with HQ, and I think they have some legitimate points. I have not heard any arguments of what Kamala's going to do for the people. I think she even said, I think they got video of her saying, I can't just make decisions just for just one group of people. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. Stan Autry is in the building. He says, VP Harris in 2014, she married Douglas Emhoff, a lawyer. They have a large blended family that includes their children, Ella and Cole. Yeah, so, yeah. I have no problem with that. But let's just be honest. She didn't have any children until, what, I don't know, 2024? So they married in 10 years ago. So if you subtract 15 years, right? Let's see here. Kamala, how old is she? She is 59. So if you subtract it, she didn't have kids probably the first 40 years of her life. You typically need to be like 35, 36 to become president. Here's the thing. I'm not saying she has to win. I don't care. I look at little subtle stuff like that. That's it. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if she win or not. I'm not one of those people that is just like so against a woman being in charge of the presidency. I'm not. See, I'm the house husbands too. So house husbands is always pushing for the advancement and the greatness of women. I'm in no way looking or hoping that stops. I want more greatness for women. I want them to be way more successful and accomplished in everything in their future. I'm not trying to stop none of it. So if this helps, starts to adjust the perspective on how we view things, let it be. I ain't gonna lose no sleep. HU says, nope, don't turn it around. I said what 2 Trump policies they can articulate for Black people. You said what 2 Trump? I don't know. I don't attribute anything to just people because I don't play their games. I don't play their games. So I genuinely don't know if it's just specifically to just Black people. I just think there are situations where people have spoke to where Black people can benefit or have benefited. But I don't know. You take that up with the who loves the art? Chaotic Truth. You take that up with Chaotic Truth. That's his thing. Maybe Trigger Mike. That's a sharp brother. Either man, that might be down his lane. Definitely Anton. You holler at Anton about that. But I don't know. I really don't care. I want to wake up and never ever care who it is. I want to wake up and go, George Bush back in office again. And then I want to see Kanye West says George Bush don't like Black people, and then not care. So I'm not caught up. This is why I don't do shows around it, because I really don't care. But I do care if it's used to symbolize, in particular, Black men's dislike for Black women if they don't want to vote for her. I think that's a bad. I think that's a bad correlation. I don't think that's accurate. That's where the majority of my problem is, right? So that's all I was saying there. Right now, let's get back to the other.
And I don't think that was Kevin Samuels' intentions, honestly. The spinoffs is crazy. And like I said, I totally believe that most of the radicalization is coming from people who are not a part of the Black American community, people who don't have good intentions for the Black American community, people who have divested from the Black community.
Now, I just want to touch on that. She started the video identifying based upon what Kamala, I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Kamala. I don't care. Okay, right? Based upon what she experienced, and that's the way she's correlating black men's or men, oh no, men's dislike for black women. And then she goes on to say people that have divested out. Does Kamala not, is she not considered somebody that's divested out? I'm not saying that she has, but based upon the way in which you're speaking, doesn't that mean she's technically divested out? I don't know. I would say in an argument, legitimately, you're making an argument for that while using her to make another argument. Although two things could be true, separate and all that, I'm just saying, you can have a stronger point, is my point. But yeah, so that was my stronger. That was one of the videos that she said something. I have another one that I want to touch on from her, which is this one. Yes, she changes her hair up. Yes, she changes her hair up. Yes, she's multiple personalities, and like y'all asked for in a 90-year relationship, she switches it up. Okay, so don't judge her. She goes from short hair, long hair, ponytails, all that. All right, she is very, 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 very okay. Now, in this video, she goes on to express another point.
I'm genuinely concerned with the fact that men don't see that they're the problem. Like, if you make living with you in society miserable, what makes you think that women are going to be motivated to marry you and have babies by you?
Right there. Right from the jump. She's saying that men don't recognize that they're the problem, and we make living with women in society miserable. Now, I'm going to say this because I could be wrong, but I believe this is an American black woman. And my opinion is she lives in the United States. And for that to be true, it is fair to say her opinion is strongly based upon the freedoms that comes with being an American woman, right? And how are American men making it difficult in society? You do know you probably couldn't even talk to some people in other countries without raising your hand. And I'm joking, I'm being facetious, but without being supported by somebody, without having to protect, you couldn't walk down the street. But your argument is the men don't know they're the problem, and we're making it difficult for you to navigate society. You can't be serious. Now, I'm all for understanding the complexities of life and the difficulties that women, the journey that they embark on. But in this society, that is an alarming thing to say. And you have to be careful. You're creating a narrative about men that is just untrue. And to be fair, right? Why do you think that being in society with you is so blissful, so enlightening, and so desirable that y'all not a problem? And I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying what gives you the mentality to view it the other way around. Is it the freedoms, the protections for you to say what you want to say? I'm just curious because I mean I enjoy the protections to say whatever I want to say. That's why I am always telling people that we don't disrespect the military up here. Don't do that. Don't do that. So I can continue to say the stuff that I want to say. You can say the things that you want to say, and we can be a part of this great society that is still continuing to build. But I won't get this crazy and be like, I hope people don't know that people in the military make society hard and difficult to deal with. Gotta be careful because you're trying to make a point by giving a perspective that is short-sighted. I don't want to say myopic. At best, men are not the problem that you're having a difficult time in society because you're making the implication that you ever operated in a society without men. You never have. So how are you determining what a good experience in society is? You have no example to pick from. You never, ever, ever, and like Chris Jericho says, and ever existed in a society where men were not here or present. So how are you determining what the best way, the right way, and the way it should be? What are you basing that on? That's the part that gives me. Now, are we basing this on idealism, the ideal society, and that is in which you're presenting? I don't know. I'm trying to be open-minded here because HQ will accuse us of being closed-minded. I'm genuinely trying to be open-minded. If HQ wants to argue her point for her, you tell me. I'll drop HQ the link, no doubt. But I think she's just a little off here. I don't think we're the problem based upon that. I do think people are problems in society, but I wouldn't just throw away a whole group of people because you want them to be the problem for your society.
Like, if women are watching, single women at that, are watching how you're conducting yourselves in society, what would make them want to bring you into their home? And then especially like lock in with you and commit to you. If women can see that you do not respect women's rights, you do not have our backs, you do.
All right, so she said, we don't respect women's rights, we don't have their back. Well, I'm the type of person that will accept those statements if you stand on business. If you are the type of woman to say, I stand on business and I won't deal with no men's for the rest of my lives because I don't like you, I respect it. As a matter of fact, I will take your example and say, you right. Because you know what? For the next 60 years, you're not going to deal with them. You might work with them, but you're going to keep professional. You're going to go home. You're not going to be like, mama got needs too, Jody. You're not about to say none of that. You're going to act like a nun, figuratively speaking. Then I could get with these statements. But we both know you're going to have you're going to have a little baby running around talking about, mama, 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 where's my daddy? I'm kidding. I kid. It's me, Mario. I kid. But I'm just saying the nerve. Okay, the nerve. We don't respect women's rights.
Not respect women's rights. You do not have our backs. You do not care for it. You want to suppress the evolution of women. You want to bombard women with all these rules and traditions and what you think their place should be in the world.
Right there. See, I'm a house husband. I don't want to bombard women with old school traditionalism or nothing. I want the new women. I want the evolution of women. That's what I want. So I'm not trying to stop none of that from happening. I'm not trying to stop none of that from happening. So I don't like traditional women. No, I want to get rid of all the traditional women just like you. I want to get rid of all those traditional women. Hey, April. So let's just get rid of it. I'm tired of these guys trying to keep telling y'all place is in the kitchen. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them telling you y'all place is, watching kids and y'all don't have to make no money. And hey, T.O., you better tell them they best get out that kitchen and get in the workforce and make us some money. The kitchen now is for the men. For so long, we've been leaving y'all at home with the kids. and we've been doing y'all wrong. And it is our honor and duty to allow you to go out and make all that money and become all the presidents of the world while we stay home and alleviate that daunting task of motherhood. Yes, we will take on a extensive and extended role into fatherhood, in which men have historically not taken on in a long time. Okay, if ever. And we will be at home with the children. We will homeschool the children. We will be the primary takers of the children. So we just need about like T.O. said, we just need about 6 figures. That's about it. Look, once you get your about 100, 120,000, then we will feel comfortable enough to be able to take care of your children for you and support you in all of your needs. So like we're trying to move from that traditional. Don't sweat that. We try to push off that traditional stuff that these men keep doing to y'all. They's wrong. It's time for the revolution, a new change. So you'll get no pushback from me there. You know, it's modernism is a necessary thing for evolution and the greatness of women. Okay, you get no pushback from me there.
World and stump their growth. I'm trying to understand, what do you men think you're doing to incentivize women to want to be with you?
Ooh.
Or to have babies by you, or to be stuck with you at all?
Ooh.
I just think single is giving very much peace, right?
So, fellas, the reason women are being alone is because single is giving very much peace. It's peaceful not having no churn. It's peaceful not having to deal with no man and cook him food and do his dishes and clean his clothes and, rub his back and, give him massages and maybe buy him stuff occasionally with his money, right? Like, it's difficult. And so single is very much giving her freedom vibes. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. And I totally understand. I totally get it. I'm tired of these toxic men telling you that you can't get this money and take care of your family. That's a man's job. Those men are wrong. That's only some men's job. The new guys, like myself, we ain't too prideful. We ain't got to do all that. Let that woman be great. Let that woman be great is what we going to do, okay? HQ says, absolutely. Look at the disrespect Kamala is getting. Everything is wrong with her except her policies, which they can't articulate. So, Dave Ramsey is in the kitchen. I don't think his wife does not work. But here's the thing. I haven't heard them argue her politics either, but I'm also not looking to find those videos and find those. I think there are intelligent enough men, because you're making it about men only, although I think women are against her too, that there are policies that they don't like. I'm going to just tell you, some people just don't like Democrats. I'm one of them. I just don't like them. Well, I shouldn't say Democrat. Liberals, all those, I just don't like them. I just don't. The race baiting stuff that they do is so blatantly evident. And it works every time. And the stuff that they do, it bothers me. It really does. So I just don't like a lot of that stuff. But I'm a fair person. Just because I don't like it don't mean that they don't have a right. If they win and say, yeah, this is going to be a liberal party, then you got to let it be, because when it wasn't a liberal party, they had to deal with it, right? So that's what it's going to be. And I'm sure as time goes on, her policies will be highlighted, because at some point the conversation will go beyond is she's just a woman, right? Because we've kind of dealt with that before. So we already have the groundwork. Does her ability to articulate, prove a point, understand how the world views her, and combat it and shine? If she's able to do that, then we already know what will happen, okay? We already know what will happen. I'm just telling you, I don't like liberals in a general sense when it comes to politics, not as a person, not as a human, not as some of us just talking and chopping it up in a general sense. I don't like it because it's a lot of victimhood, and I'm not big on victimhood, okay? I hate it. But there are some things that they are right about. Just like most things, you'll have an opportunity to be right and about in some areas, okay? Now, I don't necessarily, I don't really have that much problem with conservatives. I don't care for them as much either, you know. That's why I'm an independent, okay? Because I think they all full of BS. I think they all doing what's in their best interest to get ahead and control minds and parties. I just think the liberals are the worst. So if they say the lesser of two evils, we could make that argument, okay? And so Robert said, did you see the video leak Kamala's VP pick? No. When I tell you guys, I really don't like to be bothered with that stuff. I mean it. I do want to be informed to a degree, understand what policies is going on, but to be overly opinionated about these people, I just can't stand them. I dislike them all. And it's probably because I'm from California, and the stuff that I see here is even worse. But I really don't care. I just don't, okay? Shout out to Truth in Reality is Undefeated. Says, men don't respect women's rights, but the only reason they have rights is because men gave it to them and allowed them to keep them. 2 + 2 = 7, a.k.a. 304 math. Can't argue with you there, brother. Cannot argue with you there. They'll get into the argument of why should we have to fight for something that should be given? You're just obviously a bad person. I mean, they'll get into all that, but I do agree. I think men care deeply about women in society, especially our society. To me, that's clear. It's not perfect, and there's a work towards that. I think society cares more about women than it does about men in the large majority of cases. And for the reason why, that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story, but that's a good point. Truth in Reality. That is a good point. They don't like that truth, but yeah, somebody got to defend your honor. Somebody has to defend your honor. They're not wrong about that, okay? Now I have one more video from her that I have here that I want to get into. And I think this is an important video because I want to know if y'all think it's true. And shout out to HQ. I did not know HQ was a big Kamala fan, but now I know. Me personally, I just think HQ likes to disagree to show her, her demon side for fun. But she might actually be a staunch liberal or Democrat. I don't know. And let me just say this. If you want to vote for her just because she's a woman, I don't really have no problem with that. I don't. If the right to vote is given to every person or every American, that should just be a right, they can vote for whatever reason they choose to. And I ain't got to like it, by the way. I ain't got to like it. I ain't got to agree to it, but it's their choice. And I'm fair enough in the world to go, that's their choice. And just because I think something is right, don't mean it is right. If we're not arguing just facts of life, it's just my opinion and my thoughts. They have every right to have their opinion and their thoughts. And so if women are going around, I'm voting for her because she's just a woman, I have absolutely no problem with it. No problem with it at all. It actually makes sense to me. No different than I'm voting for somebody because they black. No different because I'm voting for somebody because they my brother. I don't care. I actually admire it to a degree because I do think women need to come together more often to further their advancements and to work together to get more things out of life that women desire. I don't know all of women's desires, so I don't know everything that they want to accomplish and want to get done, but I do think they have that right to do that. Just like men historically have just voted for men because they don't believe a woman should. If then in turn a woman feels that gives her the right to do it just because they're a woman, and it's not to be objective or whatever the case is, I have no arguments or quarrels with that. Do I think that society might suffer? Yes. But I'm so fair that it's fair to say that women were suffering when they didn't have any options or right to make those decisions. The men just made them suffer through it. I'm not saying that's factually true. I'm saying it's a fair thought process for them to say, well, y'all was passing up on women and we had to deal with this. So now y'all can't pass up on women. So now y'all got to deal with this. That's fair. Not saying I desire that or want that, but I do think fair is fair. And I try to be fair in almost all aspects of life in which I can be fair to. But fair is a place where they do judge picks. I know life is not fair, but that doesn't mean I can't try to be consistent with my understanding of fair and go, no, that woman has a point. You was just voting for that guy because he's a man. So if she just votes for that woman because she's a woman, she's not going to get any pushback from me about it. But if you try to say you're doing it for other things outside of that and you can't prove your point because it's based upon policy or intelligence or things like that, then I think you'll lose that argument. But other than that, Young Jeezy said my president is black, my land. So if they want to sing that my president is a woman and whatever, and fine. I don't think it's worth. This is so complex because I understand the pushback where the leadership of a woman has global ramifications, her being the president of the so-called free world. But I also personally believe it's inevitable. I do think at some point in our life, we're going to get a female president. And so is it better to deal with it now or later? That's a good question. But it ain't about what I want. It's about what I think will happen. Okay? HU says the men who make laws care about women because they have to. The everyday man, not so much. Why do you think they have to care about women? Let me give you an example. There are other countries. The men are in charge of every freaking position you could have of power. And the women are clearly stating that they don't feel empowered. There is no equality. It's not even close to it. And they make all the laws. And they don't have to care about women. Why do you think that it has to exist here? It don't have to. I think sometimes, ladies, to prove your point, y'all do a disservice to the people that actually do care. I think y'all do a disservice to the people that are trying to do their best to make it fair. Not perfect, but to make it fair, to push it in the next direction, to understand things are not exactly where the idealism wanted to be, but we're pushing it there. I think you do a disservice to men when you don't acknowledge that they actually do care. And I would tell you, the everyday man does care in just a general sense. The everyday man walks around leaving women alone. I know that's mind-blowing to y'all, but it's not a shock that women keep saying, guys don't approach me anymore. Like they don't even hit on me or they don't even speak to me anymore. Like I'm not even getting, like, it's not mind-blowing why that's occurring because the large majority of men walk right by you as if you don't exist. Even if you're pretty, they might go, oh, you're pretty, and move on about their life. So I think that's where the conflict is. Sin says you act like other world leading countries haven't had women as the head. I don't act like that at all, actually. I specifically said what I said because I understand the pivotal role that the U.S. takes in the global impact of the world. You also can understand why there are some countries that don't have any trade because there are some women that are the head and they refuse to do business with them. So there are a lot of implications there. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm telling you what is. So I don't act like I don't know there have been women in charge of other countries. I don't. This country is different. And if you need me to expound about why America is the most unique country in all of the world, then that's a whole nother conversation. But HQ, I disagree. I think most men in a general sense care about women and people and just at least humanity, and leave people alone. Just like I think most women care about men and leave people alone in a general sense. Now, when it comes down to specific things and specific reasons, then no. Then we get to selfishness and out for ourselves, okay? The dating pool roast reaction says, no, not a Kamala fan, just a Democrat policy fan and a hater of the dude who has 34 felonies. Dang, you counting felonies? That's crazy. Well, you should know if you're from the black community, we ain't got no problems with that. If you did your time and you served it and you did what you had to do and you get out, hey, it is what it is. If you smart and you can get it done, we gonna vote for you. We gonna let you back in the community. We just not gonna outcast you just because you've been to jail. We don't do that. Ali says, are you willing to have a completely political stream? I'm fine with the conversation. I don't want to lead it. I genuinely do not have a strong feel and desire for this stuff. Yes, I'll read up on the policies and stuff like that from time, but I personally don't genuinely care enough to do a show around it, honestly. That's why I'm tying it to the correlation of the relationship based upon the symbolic position that she's in. But to sit here and argue, should we vote? Like, it's going to be enough of that. It's going to be enough of that. And I'll watch from the sidelines. I'm willing to participate to a point, but this stuff don't move me the way it move everybody else. It just don't. I've had both type of presidents in office, Democrat and Republican. And when I was 0 to 18, doesn't have to be specifically 18, but you get what I'm saying. None of them helped my life. No, none of them genuinely really made a shift. We was gonna have states' rights anyway, so we was gonna have some benefits that the feds didn't give us, that the states was gonna give us anyway. So it's just I'm not caught up on that. That's my point. Okay. Yeah. So I think I have one more video from this lovely lady. And first of all, how you know he got 34 felonies? I'm about to look that up. How many felonies do the next president have? Oh man, I'm gonna stop trolling because I don't know. I do think the woman is gonna win. But and here's the thing. Arlie says I'm an independent. I'm independent. You got to earn my vote. Now maybe you make me laugh. Maybe if Dave Chappelle run for president, I'll vote for him. But I don't know if I lean more like one way or the other. I think the way people think I speak, I probably come across as a conservative to some people, and I don't mind the people saying that because I don't attribute being conservative to politics all the way. It may be a tribute to like, you're very conservative and how you approach this or that. So that's why I don't reject it. But you look at me and go, you're pretty liberal in other areas. So yeah, it only makes sense for me to be, that's how I look at it. Now, let's get to the next video of the lovely Jazzmen Black. Have you guys followed her yet? I don't know if her subscribers went up. I know you love this girl by now. I want to talk about this one more point about her. One more point about her. Let me pull it up. I hope you guys can see it. It says official Jazzmen Black. Okay? Y'all better go ahead and subscribe to her tickety talk and show her some love. All right, let's get into the video.
Why is the love for the matriarch disappearing in the Black community? What is happening? I remember everybody loved Big Mama. Everybody loved Grandma. Everybody loved their mama. Everybody loved their auntie that make the best macaroni. This was just a couple summers ago. Kevin Samuels arrived. Now all the Black men are saying how the Black community is messed up because of the Black women. Not the same women that helped the kids on the block when they ain't had no clothes. Not the same women that let anybody stay in their house if they had an extra room. Not the same women that will put up the house to bail you out of jail. Not the same women that's still currently washing your clothes and paying your rent when you need help. Not the same sisters that will put their life on the line and come outside and try to fight because she your big sister and she protecting you.
Now, this part is problematic for me because when I hear someone speaks, my immediate response might be to combat them, right? But I don't immediately speak. I deal with that was my natural reaction. And then I go, but what did she say? Was she wrong? Where is she coming from? How can I understand her better, right? So that, because I don't think she's doing this to try to attack me or hurt me. She's trying to express herself, right? She's trying to share a point as a woman that as a man, I may not default to or have a strong understanding because she views the world differently than I do. I might spend more time trying to understand women than women spend trying to understand men because it's just the right thing to do. But me listening, I have not heard any people turn their back on those women. I only hear glowing remarks about people's mothers, grandmothers, sisters, etc. The problem that I have with your statement is that those are not the same women. These women are not their grandmothers. These women don't even like their mothers. And I'm sorry, y'all might not like me to say it. These women don't really like their mothers like that. They're not striving to be like their mother. You do not hear women telling you they want to be like their mothers. That is no longer a common statement uniformed around women anymore. Mule University, no, the men here love women. There are some women that they dislike. Like, I love women. There are some women that I have a strong disagreement with. And there are some women that obviously you would want people to call out and separate. So the thing is, she says the love for the matriarchy is going away. And I really don't see that. I really don't see it unless the women that created that experience of the matriarchy are going away. And in my opinion, my estimation, that is exactly what's happening. When I come up here and I talk about, man, where is this honor? Where are the women that stand on their own integrity? Where they say, I don't cheat back. I don't get my lick back. I am a woman and I conduct myself as so. You men can act a buffoon if y'all want to, but I am a woman. I am lady. We don't conduct ourselves that way. You just wrong. And I will just remove myself from the situation. Those women are like so far gone. Only grandmothers and up is the only ones left. Our mothers don't even stand on business like that. How we know? Because we know. So because we know that that's dissipating and slowly, gradually disappearing, and we have new, modernized women that I'm not my grandmother, which is cool. Y'all not the matriarch. Y'all not those women in which y'all telling us those experiences come from. That's not the same. Y'all not those women. And I'm not saying you have to be. I'm just saying when you say the affinity for the matriarchy is going away, I'm trying to understand your position. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from so that I can, truly be someone that's not combative, just understanding. But I do want to acknowledge that I don't believe those are the same people. I don't believe y'all the same people. I don't believe y'all represent the same. I don't think y'all conduct yourself the same. And I'm not saying that you have to be, but you don't get to grandfather a relationship that was created for, generations. You don't get to take what they've established, what they put out there when they stood on business through the good times and bad, and then revert to and change to something else and be like, how y'all not loving us? We don't say y'all not the same people. That's my disagreement. That's my strong disagreement about that. Y'all not the same people.
Like it's really odd when you start having these conversations with these radicalized men who have these crazy statistics that they walk around in their pocket about black women, and you ask them, well, what about the women in your life? It's always nah, not them. I love my mama, I love my grandmama, not my daughters. But
now, she's not lying about that. I wouldn't use the word radical, but she's not lying about that. Those statistics, regurgitated. She's not lying about that. And she's not lying. No, not my sister, not my mom. That is the typical response. She's not lying about that either. However, I'm going to say something that's probably unpopular. Most men cannot speak out about their mom. Most men cannot speak out about their mom because that's not a manly thing to do. To say, yeah, yo, my mom, yeah. Like, that's not a manly thing to do. The manly thing to do is to cover her and say, yo, she had it hard, and you know, it is what she did the best she could do. Not call out, which is commonly more of what a woman would do. Oh, you did this to me. Oh, you put me through this. I can't believe you. I'm speaking my truth. And I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just expressing to you what exists. It is uncommon. It is not so-called the manly thing to do. And this is why these outspoken men that said, nah, I'm going to tell the truth what my mom actually did to me. I'm going to tell the truth what my aunties and my grandmother actually made me experience. And y'all hear it, and y'all take that for a disdain as opposed to them doing what was already done by the women on the other side. So that's the point. Most men cannot do it. Most men cannot do it. No, for it to happen, your mother would have to have tried to eliminate you for you to be willing to take that stance against her publicly. I'm the men will tell that you can't do it. We look at our homie like, yo, talk about your moms like that. I know it was rough, but you better chill. That's moms. You can't do that. Talk about your dad. Yeah, he low down dirty. Like, that's cool. It's acceptable. So when a shift happened, more shifts happen. That's just the truth. So now men are speaking and they're saying, yeah, this actually did happen to me. Yeah, my mom really did put me through this. Yeah, it could have been better if I was with my dad. Like, a lot more has been outspoken. So I just think the women are different. And the matriarchy is beloved for those women that maintain what the matriarchy is identified as in the past, not currently.
So now I realize the problem that a lot of them not going to admit. These men have terrible dating experiences and take it out on the whole community of black women. So you're telling me it's not your mama and your aunties, and this don't go for your daughters, the shit you saying out your mouth. It only go for who? The women out here. So because you're out in the world and you're not having your way with the women you want, there's something wrong with everybody else, mama, aunties, and daughters but yours. And if all y'all is saying this, it just don't make sense. These men are having horrible dating experiences. They're not having their way. And they haven't been taught how to be in community with women because there's really no true example of that. Because as history has shown, men are fleers. I'm going to keep saying that's my favorite line. Men are fleers. They will flee a situation for a variety of reasons. And because the black men can't seem to pinpoint a time in history why these men have fled, they pin it on the black woman.
So it's interesting she speaks to those men that talk about their dating experiences. I hate to tell you, that's not the only experiences that they speak to, but that's a fair point, right? But I hate to tell you, what do you think women are speaking about when they talk about men? They always say, well, not my dad, well, not my brothers, not my uncles and cousins, not my family. They say that it's the same response. So that doesn't shock me. But this whole fleeing thing, that's interesting. Let me ask you, where are they fleeing to? Where are they fleeing to? That's my question to you. Where are these men fleeing to? Since you're saying they're fleeing, where are they fleeing to? Where are they fleeing to? My honest thoughts about it is, if men were fleeing, do they have money to flee? Are they fleeing town? Or are they going on to live a life that is not one to be joyous? When I say that is, most guys that I know, that if they're not taking care of their family, they're not living a joyous life. I don't know guys like, I don't take care of my kids, but their life is really good. They're experiencing a level of success, and they're not taking care of the kids. It's not a common thing. And when I say not taking care of their kids, I mean both elements are present. They are not spending time with their kids, and they are not financially responsible for them. That's what I mean, right? Both of those elements need to be present. Okay, for you to be participate in a child's life, you can do one of the other. Either spend time with them and not support financially, or just support financially. Now, you will not be deemed a great father unless you typically do both. But you're still a father if you do one or the other. You become a deadbeat if you do neither. See, deadbeat for me, and I've been telling y'all this, is a father or mother, because moms is deadbeats too. Y'all don't like talk about that. That does not provide financially or is physically present in the child's life. If the person is physically present and got no money, so that's all they can do, or if they got money but they ain't physically present, then they are not a deadbeat. That is my definition. That's what I stand on. Is what I believe. Now, that does not mean they get to be considered a good or great dad. They're just not a deadbeat. It's my opinion. My opinion. You gotta have your own opinion about it. Y'all can make up all your theories on why they should be. I just think you would be wrong. To me, men are not fleers. Because I know men ain't never left a city, never left a state in their life. They ain't where they gonna go. So I don't see the fleeing part. But I think this ideal that the better parent or the more popular parent is the one that did not flee. Where I'd argue with you is that most of those kids are suffering because those parents did not flee, that they decided to hold on to the fact that they stayed around, as that being the better decision. In most cases, in a lot of cases, that's probably not the best decision, but society will figure that out. Now, I will open the panel for anyone that wants to position themselves to make an argument for agreeing or disagreeing with a lot of Jazzmen Black's views and perspectives. If you support it or if you disagree with it, that's fine too. But I'll open the option up, okay? Because I've been running this show for 3 hours, and I know I do what I do. I just bring some water, but I do want to open the option, okay? But I ain't going to be dealing with no nonsense today. I will not be dealing with no nonsense today, okay? I know better. I knows my worth. I have no idea what it is. What is this video here? Oh, that's a really dope video I have right there, actually. I really don't like that part. But I think that some of her points are fair, some of her points are valid, and then some other points I have strong disagreements with. As a matter of fact, let me be smart and not drop that link. Let me be smart. So I'm good with some of her points. I do like she presented some ideas that I wasn't necessarily teetering down that line, but fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, we reached the 3-hour mark of the show. So I'm done. I'm done for the day. I feel rejuvenated. My energy is strong. I could do a 24-hour stream if I want to, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna end the show here. I'm gonna say I had a good time, but not a long time, but a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I was gone for a couple days, so I was getting a little YouTube sick, okay, jokingly, but I think this was a good stream. It's really, really tough coming up with a lot of these conversations where I don't want to talk about the exact things that everybody else is doing, so I want to do it my way so I can continue to have fun and enjoy this, and that's what my goal is to do. But I also, what's tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's Sunday. Maybe I can do a Sunday stream. I think I might have some availability. Make no promises because I know y'all greedy and I know y'all want, or some of my people want that stream. The rest of y'all not going to be at that stream, but we'll see. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your nights. I will see you guys later. Make sure you do your boy one favor and leave a like and a comment at the end of the stream, okay? It does me well, and the reason why it does me well is because I don't stream every single day, so it keeps me in the algorithm, all right? I will see you guys later. Enjoy your day. I'm going to get something to eat because I'm hungry, and we getting up out of here, okay? Until next time, we gone.